Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, do I have a banger for you tonight. Today I played City Skylines 2 and spent a lot of time trying to build the best city of all time. Best as in, it worked for me. You all know how I am. Now today was simple. I had one goal. Let's build a town with 100,000 people at any cost. And I think it ended up pretty good. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this very long video of my suffering. Enjoy. All right, today we're checking out a game where we get to build a city and hopefully not go bankrupt off the rip. I didn't already do that twice. Welcome to City Skylines 2. Now, like I said just a second ago, I did go bankrupt twice, so I really have to be very careful with what I do here. So I'm making a new game. We're gonna play on easy mode, and I have probably 2.5 hours of gameplay under my belt, and I'm still so terrible. Okay, so please give me some grace here. Don't make fun of me until like the 10-minute mark. I need a little bit of space. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna choose the Twin Mountain map, and we're gonna make this thing work. Okay. First things first, let's get the name correct. Let's get the theme correct, and I think all the rest of that's good. And basically, we're gonna get started. Now, I had a giant city, okay, not very long ago, but man, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I am terrible at this game. So what I'm gonna do just to start off with is I'm gonna be playing a lot safer this time than I was previously. I was not playing safe at all, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that. So what I need to do is just go to a large road. We're gonna make a nice 6-lane highway because last time when I played this, I was in deep trouble, guys. I mean, I'm talking deep trouble. I think I actually might need to converge just a little bit differently. We could do a 4-lane, I guess, but I really want to do a 6-lane. Unless we want to do a highway like this. No, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. I am not by any means necessary a pro at this. In fact, I am the complete opposite, okay? If a pro's a pro, then I am a tro. A toe, okay? I am very, very, very not good at this. But what I think I'm gonna have to do for now is just this until I can unlock some better roads. And also, I can't get rid of the lights, so just bear with me for now. But I have an idea. So I am just going to try my best to keep everything as organized as possible, because last time I got a little bit out of control, let's just say that. And things spiraled very quickly. So what I want to do is just have a nice, big highway interstate thingamajig. It's just gonna run all the way through my city. It's gonna run all the way up to the north here to about, let's say, there. Then we'll allow it to curve. Let's just say like so, and then it's just gonna continue all the way down and connect with this road here. And that's gonna be pretty nice. That's gonna be a nice little bit of a road there. We definitely don't necessarily need all that space just yet, but I'm trying to kind of prepare for the future here, so that's kind of my idea. Now I'm just gonna bring this road to, yeah, let's just say there. And then I want to, yeah, just kind of cut back a little bit and just follow this road along the river. So we're going to need a spot for all of our water treatment, all that boring stuff. You know how it is. And after I get this down, I'm going to try my best to get everything in order. So that's pretty cool. And that's a giant road, ladies and gentlemen, a giant road. It does go down here by the water, which looks kind of cool. But what I'm going to do is first things first on my realist. Let me go ahead and start with some sewage drainage stuff here. So we're going to need probably 2 of these to start off with. We're then going to need just a little road. We're just going to do a tiny little 2-lane down here. Just something real light, real slight. Something like that. And then for the water production, we're also going to need some pumping stations. And I'm just going to pop, let's just say, maybe 3 of them down for now. I'm going to bring a little road down like so. And I'm going to try to keep this to be as like efficient as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and honestly, let's just make this a cul-de-sac here. I don't really need them blocking off traffic twice. So there we go. There's water, there's sewage. We just need power, which I can go ahead and just place this up here. We'll use this section up here for our power supply stuff and industry as well. I'm thinking we'll build our main city down in this little quadrant here, and then we can kind of expand upwards. I'm not gonna worry about going across the water or any of that stuff for a while, because that's what I did last time, and yeah, it was really bad. It was fun. I'll say that. It was definitely fun, but it was really bad. So we're gonna go up to, let's just say about here. I'm just gonna start building some roads. I guess what I will do is just, I'll make everything connect twice, so there's double ways to get in and out everywhere. I don't have to worry so much about running out of space. But I love grids. I think grids are awesome. Look, we already unlocked the first milestone, and I just love them. They're efficient. They look cool. and I love them. So I'm going to do a total of 3 of these types of roads, I think, like so. And then these can all interconnect with each other, like up and down, and that'll be good. Now for here, I want to do a similar thing. I guess I'll go from about here. We're just going to go all the way across, and that'll be enough for our industry for the beginning. Now we have $2 million bucks. I hopefully can't screw this up too bad, but you guys can see here, this is our demand stuff. So the people want low density, they want commercial, and they want industrial. So all we're going to do is just going to play this game basically adjusting based off of the needs of the people. So I'm not going to build any buildings on this highway because this eventually will be an interstate. But as of right now, it's just a road. So right now we'll leave it as it is, pretend it's a highway, and we'll use just these inner roads here to actually build on. So we'll do housing on the outsides and then some commercial on the inside. Then up here we can do some industrial, yeah, I guess the whole way down. And I don't have power set up. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Go ahead and just pause the game. We're going to just pop a power plant down right there. Now we are going to have to connect this up to everything. So I don't know what the best way is to do this. I don't still understand what the point of these bad boys are. But oh, I didn't actually realize we could put these underground. That's helpful. There's that. So everything has power now, which is great. And I'm just going to keep my industry as separated as humanly possible for now. So, okay, if we look down here, you guys can see that our expenses are pretty high, but we also haven't anyone who's moved in the city yet. So once people move in, hopefully we should see that number start to go back up. We do have an abundance of electricity, so we're going to be able to sell it, which is good. You can see we're making just a tiny bit from electricity. Okay, there we go. That's going to spike nicely. And as people move in here, hopefully we see a bit of an improvement. So we're going to need a landfill, which is fine with me. We're going to go ahead and just add us another road in here for now. And I guess, yeah, we'll just go like this and go down around this thing. So I'm gonna need a landfill. Let's just pop it in. Let's just say there. Now, size-wise, I don't really know what's efficient necessarily. So we're gonna pop that down. Call that good. But this first little section here is all done. And I forgot to add the roads in between. So let me go ahead and do that real quickly. I'm just gonna add a couple in here. Just to make this thing a little bit more, I don't know if self-sufficient is the right word, but like that. And this is going to be our first little city here. Now, some of these things, for some reason, they get destroyed. I don't know why, but forget it. And looks like our demand is still for just medium density residential. Now, we're steadily losing money, which is not great. Not great at all. But I think it's going to be okay once we start getting all the stuff built. So this stuff here is all built, but there's no demand for it, so they don't really care. So we need some medium density stuff. So I'm tempted to say maybe we can expand up in this section here and just do that real quick. So I'm just going to grab from here. We're going to go up a little bit, follow this road over to here, connect down to here, then just to here, and just to here. Now, that's a lot of intersections, which I probably shouldn't do that many. We'll figure this out as we go. Let's add some medium density housing in here. It's going to be these nice little row houses. So it's going to help us. You can see that residential demand just skyrocketing down. And then we're going to go ahead and just add some more low density housing here. Cool. That all there is going to get built in nicely. And then we're just going to need a small medical clinic. We can pop that in just there. And that'll be good for now. Now, if we go into here, we can actually start unlocking some stuff. I'm going to go ahead, get the advanced road services. And I'm going to go ahead and unlock the highways right away and roundabouts. And basically what I'm thinking we need to do is get this stuff here upgraded to a highway. I mean, as soon as possible. Now, a 5-lane asymmetric is decent. 4-lane is decent. So maybe we leave it for now. We don't necessarily need it. We could just let a highway run into this stuff, and this is enough space for a while. But the demand is still just begging for more low density houses. So I guess we should just keep going with what we got. If we go into here, we can go into the specialized industry and we can start doing some stuff here. Like we have some lumberjack and we can do, actually over here would be really nice. But there's a couple of things we can do there. Let's see, what is this? This is rock production, stone mining, coal mining. We actually do have a really awesome spot here for coal mining. So let's go ahead and just use this to our advantage. We also do have some farming stuff over on this side of the world. Okay. We do have some squares we can unlock. So I'm tempted to just say, let's go ahead and purchase these. As we get more, we can go back and expand this. But I want to have a farm. We got to have a farm. We got to have some money production in here. So what I'll do is something like this. But wait, oh, let me actually just move this. Oh, there's another upgrade there. Milestone complete. Nicely done. We're going to just grab a 2-lane road from, let's just say, here. Bring it up ever so slightly and over. We'll throw a little cul-de-sac on the end there. And from here, we'll add our grain farm right there. And I'm just going to make this, let's just say that. Now, that's going to hopefully make us a little bit of money. We desperately need that. And whatever we don't use, we just sell, which I'm happy with. So the grain farmer will hopefully continue to work over there. I guess we could throw another one in over here. Maybe we just continue this road down and do it again. Do we have enough spots for that? We do, actually. So let me do vegetable farm. Oh, excuse me. Let me just do vegetable farming instead. Just gonna grab this road right down here. This is gonna run parallel to the interstate. I don't really think it's gonna be that big of a deal. This one's gonna be just a bit taller, and that'll be good there. So that's gonna be 2 big farms, 1 vegetable and 1 wheat. Hopefully this can help us make a little bit of money. And you can see we already have a lack of labor, so we desperately need some more stuff. And we also are going to need some education. So I'm just going to get a small elementary school, nothing crazy. And actually, let me just add it in back here for now. We're going to let this go all the way across like so. And I think after 2 more rows, that should be fine. We're going to add some roads in accordingly. I'm going to stagger this set of them. I don't know if I should do that or not, but we're going to try it. Also going to add some roads. Just connect these 2 roads instead. We already have that. We are going to need a cemetery. Let's go ahead and add that in just there. So that's going to help with that. And then the next biggest thing we're going to need looks to be just more housing. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain with that. Let's get some, maybe a couple of apartments. Let's I'm going to just go ahead and use the zoning tool here. I'm just going to get, I mean, just a few of them. Nothing crazy. And that's going to be good for now, because those things, in my opinion, kind of make your city skyrocket out of control. Okay, I did that last time. Learn the hard way. Don't spam apartment buildings unless your infrastructure is ready. Rock, musician mansion. That's cool. And for the rest of these, I'm just going to stick to the low density housing. And we'll just fill them in all these places as well. And look at that. It looks pretty nice. We have no need for anything except for some more industrial, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is just take that as the time to go. And we're going to say go for green. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys in here painted in. And that's all of our industry settled. So yeah, we're going to have like 4 apartment buildings. That's all we need. We don't need any more than that. That'll be great. And all in all, we're not going negative. And by this time, last time, and the last little village city I think I had, we were already having traffic issues, which I do not want that to happen here. So what I will do is just delete that. And I don't know how to add a yield. I want these people to yield to these people oncoming. However, we can just upgrade this now because I did unlock the highways. So we'll just go ahead and replace these both with a 2-lane instead. That'll help everything flow a lot nicer and hopefully help with the traffic a little bit. Cool. Everything looks to be flowing very, very nicely. What I'm also going to go ahead and do, come into here, grab some alleys, and I'm just going to follow these roads if possible. Looks like I'll have to leave a little bit of a gap. We'll just leave them open for now. I was going to try to add something there, but it looks like we're just going to leave them there for now. Our hospital looks to be doing good. Our school, we can just add a small high school. And I guess we can add it just in here. People are probably going to be very happy we just knocked down their entire house for a crappy old high school, but they'll have to get over it. So, that looks pretty good. We have some more squares we can unlock, but I'm going to worry about just filling up my current squares before going too crazy. I'm also going to go ahead and just say, let's go ahead, pause the game for a second, get rid of these highways. Let's just go ahead and upgrade this every time we have the chance to. I'm just going to go to highways. I'm going to go to a 3-lane. We're going to go to placement. We're going to go to symmetrical. And we need these to just upgrade ever so slightly and just kind of plug in there. I want these to be 3-lane highways as soon as possible. For some reason, I can't break these. I guess it's because they're still technically connected to there. But that's going to be good. We're going to need as much space as possible. And everything looks to be going quite nicely. Now, I want to really get good at this. There's a specialized industry tool, a surface area tool, and then, okay, there's this. The district creation tool. We can make like little towns or whatever. So that's kind of cool. But look here, we do have a lot more demand for medium and low density. So let's go ahead and start working on that again. That's something we can definitely do. And get no issues adding more housing into our little spot here. I'm thinking maybe we do a little bit of a little city thing here. So let's just grab some small roads. Oh, look at that. We got a large village. Let's grab some small roads. Maybe just a 2-lane. Maybe just a 2-lane. And I'm just going to kind of plan this out. So we have not a ton of space over here, but we have some space. I'm just going to try to use everything I possibly can. And I'm wondering if I want to go this way or I want to go this way. What I'd actually like to do is break this in half. I might have done that perfectly accidentally. That's kind of sick. I'm just going to go, let's just say there. And let's just say there. And then over here, we'll just do some more up and down lines. Boom, boom. And this little section here could honestly, it could be some more housing. Let's go ahead and grab some. We have no need for commercial, which is very interesting to me. But hey, I'm not gonna go out of control here and get stuff that's not in demand, right? So let's go ahead. Let's do some more of these row housing. I like these a lot. I kind of want to do them over here. We're gonna do. I'm gonna say all 3 of these sections. Oh, actually, there's no more demand, and it'll come back. All those can be the row housing. And all of these can be the original housing, just like that. Looky here, our farmers are working away. Looking good, looking good. Now, these will level up. I don't know how this stuff works, but it's really satisfying to watch, so I'm really excited for that. The row housing over here looks to be doing good. And the low density housing is also doing very, very good. So that's sweet. We need more industry, which I'm happy to do. Low density is still raising up, which is sort of kind of crazy. But we have a nice little neighborhood here with some nice apartments in the back, which will slowly build over time as it's needed. So I guess we're gonna just use that. I guess that's gonna be good. So let's just come back in here to zoning, and yeah, let's just keep popping out. I mean, if it wants to be like that, we'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll just add some more industry in there. That'll hopefully, it's still going up. Okay, yeah, we'll take it. And we are at a monthly balance of plus $500,000, which is awesome. So that's really sweet. And I'm really liking this spot here. Now, I don't know why this one here just keeps breaking. I'm not sure why that is, but we'll just leave it there for now. Now you can see this stuff here. I don't know how it levels up or what it needs to do, but it's probably just to stick around and be happy. And it'll slowly but surely level up. But this over here is looking really great. Now, there's a lot of traffic coming in here, which I'm very tempted to say, let's just remove the lights over here. Like, maybe we just need to add something else in here. I will go ahead, add a sound barrier over here on this, because I know these people are going to complain about the noise. So we'll add that. That'll help maybe quiet it down just a little bit. And yeah, I mean, people are pouring into the city right now, and there is a lot of lights right here. So I'm just going to come in here and say, no more lights. Another signature building unlock, which is very cool. For here, it does look very interesting. I don't really know what else we need to do there. We'll leave it for now and just kind of keep an eye on it. Let's go to here and look at our unlocks. Okay, large roads, go ahead and unlock those. Sure, intersections, we're gonna need those. And parking areas, that's a good idea to get as well. Now, I cannot unlock the buses until the Grand Village, which is our next one, I think. So that's not too far away. But I don't actually have any police right now, or firefighters. Let's just start working this. Now, let's see. Firehouse, we can just pop in, say there. Everyone's very excited about that, rightfully so. We pop another one in there. Then the police station, pretty large. I popped it in there, but we do not want to build off that road. That's not allowed. Everyone just gave me a giant thumbs down. We could pop it in there. There we go. That's going to be good for now. It's going to be very, very good. So we did just level up again, which I think means we can unlock buses now. So let's go ahead. Let's unlock trains. Maybe we can start like trading in stuff or something. I don't really know how this stuff works. I'm kind of guessing. But what I do want to do for sure is get some buses. Now, I don't know if it's going to be used just yet because they're not really super popular. I will, however, get a taxi depot over here. Just a small little guy like this. And I think what this does is works on them. Dispatch center allows taxis to pick up passengers from all over the city, not just dedicated taxi stands. That sounds awesome. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll go ahead and get the garage expansion there just for more taxis. And I think that's awesome. We'll definitely use that. I'm just going to bulldoze this and maybe say no more zoning there. So it has to be a little bit smaller. That should work. There we go. So we do have taxis driving around, which is awesome. I'm super happy with that. And all in all, the city looks great. Now, this here is not an apartment. Okay, I was going to say, did it upgrade itself, or how does that work? But just a firehouse, I'm just tripping. And then this over here looks really great as well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And the traffic situation seems to have also worked itself out quite nicely. So that's sweet. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and get a cul-de-sac over here, because might as well just let these guys turn around if needed. And okay, do we want to get a bus depot right now? Probably so, right? What I could do is put it off this road across from the farms. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, how does this work here? We need some small bus stations, which I'm not really sure they're going to ever get used. I am, however, going to just put some taxi stands around the way. People are loving this, absolutely eating this stuff up. And I'm hoping I don't actually have to sit there and design this, that they'll just automatically do it now. We have the dispatcher. $7,000, 1/4 is replaced with electric taxis. Let's go ahead and get that as well. And that seems to be working pretty good. So for the buses, city bus station can be upgraded for additional parking levels. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead. Let's build a city bus station just here. Now, what does this do? I think this is where people actually will go to get on the bus. Get a built-in taxi stop. That's kind of sweet. And I think now maybe we just need simple bus stop stand. Yeah. Okay, we'll just add some of these in here. So let's just say we want a route that goes through all of that. And maybe we'll deliver people up to the industries up here. Then maybe we'll just pop a couple in here. And they can also go up to ones up here. Cool. So now I think I use this bus line tool. And okay, transportation. This is very complicated. This is way out of my comfort zone. We're gonna make this orange. And let's just say I want a route that goes from here to here to there to there. And honestly, yeah, let's just do a bus route that hits all the stops and then can go up to there as well. I think that'll be good. So that's officially a bus stop, and we should see, yeah, the buses are going to be leaving now. So the buses will be running. I'm not sure how efficient they're going to be or if they'll even be used yet, but I think it's a good idea just to build it out now and have the infrastructure in place for later. So if we're looking here now, the city demand is now, they want offices, which is sick. So what I'll do, I think, is let's just build a whole nother section. So this is awesome here. We're going to leave this as it is. And I'm just going to build a little section just up here. It's going to be our offices. Now, nothing can be built by this dump anyways, like in terms of houses. So we're not really losing out on a bunch of space or anything. All I'm going to do now is just get this as best as I can, filling this thing up. And we're going to come through here and let's just start filling this up with some of these bad boys here. We'll connect this road just down here. We're just going to get some low density offices. And I guess let me just use the filler tool and just paint these inside ones in here. We need a little bit more housing and stuff. So maybe we'll just paint all of these like so. Maybe this one as well. Let those kind of build in as they're needed. And now we have some high density requests. But I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little bit nervous to do that. Little bit nervous. Let's see. In terms of traffic, we're doing really well for ourselves. Everyone is pleasantly happy. So I'm going to say we'd be okay doing this. But I'm going to just go real easy. I'm going to go real slow. What I want to do is just get some roads in here, like so. And we'll build our high density stuff in areas like this, if it's even possible. I don't even have them unlocked yet. We're going to get Tiny Town first. So we'll do something like this. These are medium density housing, but it's going to very quickly, as you can see, kind of skyrocket our whole build here. I really can't fit this in here very well. And these are not hooked on these roads, they're hooked on this road. So we'll do it very sparingly. But maybe, yeah, I think maybe we just need to buy some squares. Maybe we buy this square here. And we just do a very similar thing to here, but except this one will be a little bit larger. Now, I'm going to keep these completely separate. I don't want the, the traffic from this city here messing with the traffic from that city there. I'm actually just going to bulldoze this. And let's just use a big roundabout instead. So that works there. That's just going to be a lot cleaner for us for now. And honestly, thinking about it, let me just go ahead and... Oh, I can actually just move this. I forgot. Just going to go ahead and... I think it's Control and... Okay, Control R. Just move this bad boy right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and delete these. Actually, move this a little bit further away. Pop her in just there. And let's go ahead and put another roundabout in here. Now, these are very large. Maybe we just need large. Yeah, let's just try a large. Then from here, we can go right to there. Cool. So that's going to make it so we don't need stoplights on these things. And hopefully it's going to help us out a little bit. We do have this cool rock mansion thing, but I don't really care to place it down just yet. Let's just focus on this first. So it's going to be just like the other one, but honestly, it's going to be kind of mirrored. So we'll do one more like this. And from here, we'll go across and across. And in here, let's see, what do we need? We got a lot of demand for low density and medium density and high density. Now, the low rent housing is actually high density. So I'm tempted to say, let's just go ahead and do a couple of these here. Just a couple. And then we'll do some low density houses out here. And then if these will work, yeah, I mean, we could put some on these roads as well. And I guess on these outside roads as well here. And what I actually would like to do is just make a little road down here and just put some low density waterfront houses down here. They might be too close to the water. Actually looks fine to me. And that's going to help us out with our low density. Low density is now completely good. We are just in need of medium density stuff now. So sweet. That's really simple. We'll just need some medium density housing in here. We'll do maybe just like this and that, and then just the row houses in here and here, and then all this. And we'll see how that goes. Now low density is back up again, so we'll do that again. But oh, we got some commercial finally, so that's good. Let's go ahead and add some commercial in there. And all in all, this looks really, really nice. It's nice and organized. It's not too crazy, but we have a lot of people. And now we have a lot of industry that's needed. So let's just go ahead and hop on that train. It's going to fill all that in. That's going to fill that up nicely. And low density housing is still very much so needed. So I'm wondering, what is the difference on the waterfront houses? I think it looks the same, but maybe it looks a little bit different. Let's just go ahead and use some more waterfront housing on these ones. I'll go ahead and just follow this with the road down here, and we'll just pop some more, just like so. And I can actually fit another little road in here with a little cul-de-sac on the end. And then we can just fit some more regular low density housing in here, and all this can also be that. Okay, so I was taking a big country, and then I was watching some videos trying to figure out, you know, what the best way is to kind of expand your city, and I figured out something kind of cool. So when you go into roads, there's a grid tool that you can use to build grids automatically, which is sweet, which I definitely will be using in the future. But for now, let's see how everything's going. We're making good money, but okay, the traffic is definitely piling up. I see that now. So what I need to do in my mind is just put a roundabout in here. If I can fit a very large one in here, okay, I can. I just have to move this. So we're gonna shuffle this down the road, down to there. We'll get that out of the way right now, and put a large, very large, actually, roundabout in there. And hopefully this will be very good. Now, it's gonna take some time for these people to figure out what they're doing, just to, you know, get over all their stuff. It looks like the issue we're also having is these people. I think that's fine. I think they're okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the traffic is backed up for quite a long ways. It's going to take a little bit of time for this thing to get sorted out. But I think it's working pretty okay. But there is a lot of traffic on the roads right now. One thing I can do to make this a little bit better is just going to be to remove the light right here, just to add some more space in this section, and for all the people to be able to just go to where they want to go without having to stop. Looks like this is kind of having a bit of an issue, but I think it's people trying to bypass to just be able to get to here. So okay, now there are some serious issues happening right here. This whole thing is like deadlocked, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why the traffic is so bad in this game. I don't feel like it should be that bad. We have a roundabout to a roundabout to a roundabout, and this thing is throwing a fit. Now I don't know if I can upgrade this. I can. What I'll do is just upgrade this road here, as well as this road here, to be a lot larger, and then come into here, get rid of these lights, and hopefully that'll help us out just a tiny bit. These roads here are going to be our bottleneck next, I think, but we'll leave those there for now, like how they are. So this is interesting. We got a whole lot of taxis, that's for sure, and they're pretty much all going to these areas here. I mean, that's a lot of housing there, to be completely fair. So I understand why that's the deal there, but yeah, they're all trying to get into here. So what's another option we can do? Well, we could add another roundabout in just back here, even if it's just a large one with a tree in the middle. We'll just add another one in here and just go ahead and add a little road. Just need to add a 4-lane road just into there. Go ahead, remove the stop signs, or sorry, stop lights. And this will let some of these people who are trying to get in, instead of having to go up here and get jumbled up in this mess, I can just go through the roundabout and come to here and get to their house that way. And these people can come out that way. Okay, I love this roundabout. I love it. But I do think our best bet might be to delete this roundabout and maybe just make some actual exits, so the people who are already on there can just continue forward. But this is the issue we're having, right? So this is not a highway. It's just a road. Now I'm hoping this is going to clear up, but it is being a little bit messy right now. This is all looking good over here, though. So this might be actually fine. It might actually work out. Everything might clear up, but yeah, it's not happy. All these people here are just in a big old mess that they're waiting on these people to clear out, and then they'll clear. Yeah, I think this will be okay. I'll let this go for a little bit of time. If it doesn't clear out, we'll try to figure out a different solution. But this roundabout here is not even being used. This one here is being used a little bit, but I am very much so tempted to just increase the size of this coming into here. Maybe we go to a 4-lane just to give people some more space to get off. And then we're going to need to go to something larger than we have already. I mean, we already have a 6-lane road. It's crazy. I mean, we could do, like, is 8 lanes? Is that crazy talk? I feel like that's kind of crazy talk. Maybe we do 8 lanes for these sections in here because there is quite a lot of traffic in here. Maybe for just these sections here. I mean, that's crazy looking, but I kind of like it. And we just see if that kind of helps anything at all. Some people are just getting a little bit messed up, but everything else looks, actually, that might have been perfect. That might have been what we needed, surprisingly enough. Down here, they're still kind of complaining, but let me just go ahead. I'll move this guy. Let's move him into here. And let's just upgrade both these roads as well. Okay, cool. So this is a big, thick stretch of road here, but there's a lot of people that's got to go into here, so I think it's going to be worth it in the end. We do have quite a lot of industry demand, so we're going to take advantage of that, that's for sure. And look at this. Look at this grid, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's so beautiful. So we're just going to do something like that. Oh, never mind. Apparently something's overlapping. Let me just build out here first. There's some industry demand there. We'll get that going. People are complaining about ambulances and stuff, but I mean, there's not much we can do. This thing is crazy back here. Okay, let's see. They're all, it's all just messed up, man. I don't know how I can tell these people this lane only needs to be to go right. I don't know how to do that, or if I even can. If I do this, it doesn't actually work. All right, there we go. Everything was just a little bit locked up there. Everything looks to be going a little bit better. These people need to get out of the way right now. Some people are just glitching out after we change everything. So it should be able to be better now, though, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to try something that might sound a little bit weird. Might sound a little bit crazy. But if I take a road here, right? Just a 1-lane highway. We make it curve a little bit like this. And we start going under. Or better yet, over. Just so they can... Okay, that did not work at all. Maybe I have to unlock it or something. Because it's not letting me... I don't know. It's not letting me go underneath. I feel like I should be able to make a tunnel. Like if I want to do a tunnel out here, can I do that? Can I start above ground? Yeah, I can. But just not over here, I guess. I think it's because this that thing is actually hitting it. So let me just try doing a 1 swift motion. Okay, yeah. So that's just not gonna work. Not a whole lot we can do there, seemingly. The rest of the city is running really well. Not really much traffic anywhere else. It's just this entry part, which is also because it's coming from a 2-lane to a 3-lane to a 4-lane. Probably isn't helping. But like people, I just don't know why they're all waiting till the last second to get over. Like I don't know why. Like why is this not also going right? You know? Make no sense to me. Okay, sorry, there was a big tornado storm in real life, and my power went out. So I really hope that I didn't lose any save progress or anything like that, because that would absolutely blow. But we're back to the city of Moocah, and we have to kind of desperately fix this traffic situation. I was able to get this road over here work decently. It's just a little road that goes up and over, and this is just going to make it so all the people who don't want to go on this section here can just hop on this and hop on over to continue down to either this one or this one, and hopefully it helps out just a little bit. So I think this will work. I think this little first city here, this and this, I think this will work, okay? But I do still think we need to kind of improve on this road a little bit, and I'm not really going to be able to do anything about this road until, simply put, I destroy a lot of stuff. So what I'm tempted to do is to say, let's just leave this all and not add any more buildings or houses on this road or this road. It's just going to be too congested. And instead, I would like to make another housing development back here behind the farms, and honestly, maybe just delete the farms, which I think I'll actually go ahead and do just now. I'll move the bus depot out to the back side of the city. Back here will be fine. And I'm just going to destroy these farms for now. That's probably going to hurt our profit margin just a tad bit, but you know what? That is what it is. We're going to just take all that, keep that going out. And then, yeah, what I'm going to do is just buy these squares up here. So let's just say these 4 for now, and maybe these 3 as well. And then all I got to do is come into here and put a pre-made intersection down. Okay, I just got this bad boy in right here. Then I need to come to the highways, get the 2-lane symmetrical, and just conjoin these up. And everything should flow as usual. But there's just a little bit of a spot now we can use to head up here to this new kind of city section here. So, what do I want to do here? Well, I think what I need to do is just make a way better system for a city. So we're going to start with just a medium road. I don't think we'll actually ever need more than a 4-lane medium road. We are going to need a lot of low density housing, so I'm going to try to stick with that, and some medium maybe, because the amount of people that just pile up all of a sudden is kind of crazy. So we got to keep that in mind. So what I want to have happen here is, I think we'll use this 4-lane divided road, and we're just going to come up a little bit, give us some space here to allow the people from the highway to get off and get out of the way. And I do think the 6-lane large road is pretty nice, but we'll just stick with these for now. I'll come back through here and upgrade them if needed, but as of right now, I think this is going to be just fine. So I'm just going to kind of build a line, and I want everything to be kind of built off of this one road. The best way I can see to do that is if I grab the grid tool and go to the 2-lane road, I think we can go to, like, let's say here. Didn't grab the tool, excuse me. Try that again. We go here, and there we go. So we can just place a ton of these roads like this. Now, I think what I need to do is give myself some more space off this road, and I'll have a whole bunch of just intersections, you know? I mean, we could do something like this. Let me find out a good design for this. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is I will actually just build them off this road. I'm just going to go to 112, and then we'll go to 112, and then back to 112. I want to have this sort of square looking shape here. I think that'll work nicely. So if I go to here and I go to here, that's going to be able to copy that nicely. So I think something like this is going to work really nice. It is not too complicated, but it's also going to work, I think, just for exactly what we need. Let's need to connect these roads in like so. It's going to be kind of a weird intersection right here, but I think it's going to be fine. And maybe what I should do now is just make another little road that can, I guess they could just drive through the middle. Up to the middle, we can continue this road up here, which I think is what the 4-lane with the thing in the middle or something. Okay, yeah. What I'll do for now, let me just build this all first. We'll see the traffic's gonna be over here. We'll go from there. So there's gonna be some low density housing in here. We need some low density housing. People are excited to live in low density housing. We still have more low density housing requests, so we can just pop those bad boys in there. We are going to need some power, which we can just jolt across there. And we are going to need some water and sewage, which we can just jolt across there. And bada bing, bada boom. That's all going to work out nicely. Low density housing is still on demand, which is so insane to me. So we can probably we'll do these weird ones. We'll do low density housing. Actually, I guess all this is low density housing. We'll just do this entire grid over here to be low density housing. And maybe on the outside we can put some commercial. Maybe. But this is going to be a very popular spot to come to. Especially once these houses all stop opening. You know, maybe we just put a similar exit in here. We could also just take a road around here and go under and do a little section here of offices, which I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do. So we'll take some more small roads here. Let's get a nice little grid just planned out for now. We'll do, let's see. I really like the 112 layout. I think it looks awesome. Okay, I think that'll work nicely for that. Here we go. Hold on. It might not be completely perfect, but that's okay. So to get people here, I guess I'll just take an exit off of both of these roads, and I'd like it to be able to come to like this road right here. Let's say just run this parallel here to there, and then just some offshoots, you know. Oh, Boomtown is unlocked. Heck yes. So we'll do a 64 by 64. Another 64 by 64. But that doesn't look very circular. They should be all the same, but I guess not. I'm so bad at building roads, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna use a pre-made one, just in case that we overpopulate this eggs anyways. Although this one over here is doing fine, so I'm tempted to just connect these. I think it'll be okay. I'm just gonna shoot this out like so, and then we'll just shoot this one out to maybe about there. There we go. We'll just do something like that. Okay, I went ahead and just added some more stuff in there. And yeah, we'll use this for a little bit commercial, which is actually needed now, which is sweet. We'll do some commercial just smack there in the middle. I'm just watching that bar to see how much they actually want. Looks like we can fill at least these squares up. Then maybe we'll do some medium density housing maybe in this section here. And this is all looking very, very nice. So I'm tempted to say, let's go ahead and try to connect this. If this starts breaking everything, don't get me wrong, I am the first to admit this is a dumb idea. But I want to give them another way to get here. So I think that's going to work nicely. I mean, I'm so bad at making straight lines. I don't know why. So that's where the line needs to be if it wants to be kind of more straightish. And that should break up. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say let's get rid of this light here. Something else I can also do, which can help a lot, is just add a nice little one-way road in here, like that. So people can just decide to take this exit here. Although people have to cut across traffic if they want to go straight, which is kind of confusing. But if the traffic's down, it won't matter as much. Okay, that's pretty good. That is going to work very nicely. We have some room for expansion over on this section as well. But this over here is working pretty much perfectly, I have to say. So I'm going to go back into here now. Let's add some more industry. We need some more industry right now. We'll add some here, here, and here. And you know what? Forget it. Let's just do the whole thing. Luckily, they won't actually get built until there's actually a need for them. So that's good. And I would like to do some more high-density housing. This is over here. I kind of want to keep it for commercial. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way is to kind of get this all situated. If I start here, I can go maybe to like here. So I have this little section here. We could put some medium-density housing in here. We did unlock some other stuff as well. Old-style town. Okay. Let me just throw a little bit of medium density housing in here. Just a little bit. We'll add... Honestly, where's the best way to add the road for this end? I could just continue up on this. Maybe I'll honestly just take this, add a bit of bend to it. Something like that, I guess. We'll just connect this once and twice. All right. Oh, we have a big issue. Our power... Oh, looks like it's actually being overused. Okay. Let me go ahead before stuff gets out of hand, and let's see what we can do for here. All right, there's an emergency a gas power plant. So let's just go ahead and unlock that. Let's just go ahead and build one. There's no reason not to. I feel like it's going to be very useful. And the wind does blow away, which is very useful, I guess. But let's go ahead and just unlock some more up here and use this instead, because I don't really want to build towards the city. I want to give myself some space to grow, if that makes sense. So we're going to pop this bad boy in here. And then we'll just connect this to there. And once that goes, all the power issues should fade away. Nice. So, let me just see here. People are pretty upset about the unreliable healthcare coverage. Okay. So you can see that most of the stuff over here doesn't have good healthcare, as well as this over here. So what I'll go ahead and do is let's just get another small medical clinic. I'll pop one in there. We can go ahead and pop one in here. I also want a little firehouse for all this stuff over here. And also, we'll just go ahead and pop in a police station as well. So people are a little bit happier now. Unreliable internet service. Interesting. And also, mail. Okay, so we're going to need a post office. We can pop one down just there. And we probably should pop another one down up here in the city somewhere. Maybe just there. We need some mailboxes in the city here. We'll just add one on every couple roads. So there is a telecom tower. I guess I can build one like here. And then maybe come over here and we can build one just there. And then maybe we build one just back there for now. And we need coverage, you know. So there we go. Well, that's annoying. It needs a road. 1 second. All right, cool. Add some telephone towers around the city there. And hopefully this is going to help us out just a tiny bit. Now we still have more people requesting for low and medium density housing. So let's just add some more medium density housing in here. And that's going to diminish that request very quickly. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and add some more low density housing just over here. Also, I'm just going to finish off these roads as well. And just put some more low density housing in over here. Cool. Now, we'll let all that stuff build in. It's going to be some more people over here on these roads. But everything seems to be flowing pretty nicely. We have 2 main exits in and out of here. So, if they want to go down this way, they can. Or if they want to come from the city over here, they can. Or if they want to come from over here, they can do that also. What I will do also is just actually connect these in here. Just to give us another couple of areas to work with. And looky there, we have some more demand for offices. So you know what? This will actually be a good spot for some offices right here. I don't want to put them on this road. I want to keep things off this road unless it's traffic moving. So a couple offices in there will help us a little bit. We have a lot more people requesting for offices, which is kind of crazy. So maybe we can put them... we could do this middle square with offices. That'll work. And then what I also need to do, go ahead and just get this out of the way, is... Well, we're going to need another cemetery. Which I actually could fit it right back here quite nicely. It's so close to fitting in here. I'll just go ahead. I'll throw one back here on this side. And that's just going to allow the people over here to have their own cemetery to use, other than just using the same old one from up here. That's already probably being used by quite a lot of people. Awesome. That looks great. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and do is just come down to here and purchase all of these quadrants of land, because I'm very tempted to see if we can start using something like this. This is going to be our harbor, or our cargo harbor, which can carry immense amounts of cargo. And I don't necessarily hate this section right here. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to place it down right there. This thing looks awesome. And then we're just going to need a road, of course. And it's going to be a bit of a drive to get out there. There we go. So this is going to just go onto the interstate right here. I don't know really how this stuff works, but there's a waterway connection that I think we're just gonna pop out to the ocean. Like, am I supposed to just buy this? I guess maybe. So we come into here. Let me get a. It's like it's gonna be this middle one here. All right, that's not gonna fit. They're not happy with me. So what we're gonna do? We're just gonna make a nice curve. And oh, there we go. There's a little water highway there. So we are officially plugged in. Okay, so there we go. Now, I don't know how this works, to be completely honest with you guys, but I think once we start producing goods, like if, for example, we were still farming or something, we could pop them onto this ship automatically, of course, and that would hopefully work for us pretty well. Now, one thing I will go ahead and do, go to Specialized Industry, and we're just going to start working on some wood. I'm going to take a little road. We're going to take a little road off here. Let's say 160. Go over about 160. Just kind of try to make this work over here. Okay, there we go. And then let's go back into Specialized Industry. Let's go back to wood. And I think we're gonna do one on each side. So one here. I'm not gonna worry too much about this road right now. And then we'll do one just here. So these things can hopefully get to work. They need to upgrade, but it's gonna take some time for that to happen. So these guys are gonna go out there and lumberjack these things. You can see profits 360k a month, 410k a month. Goodness gracious. So maybe we'll see this thing start to fill up with some wood or something. I don't know how it works, so that's cool looking though. We'll leave that there for now. We do have a connection out to the world, and looking at my my public bus stuff, it is being used quite nicely, which is nice. Now we actually might have to get a harbor. Now this looks like this is where the passenger ships are going to operate from. So let's just say I place this down here, and I then connect this in here. So we have this now, right? Is this where I buy boats at? There's a parking fee. Okay. All right. I don't know if that works, but I just made a route that goes all the way to this over here, all the way to this over here, and hopefully that's going to do something. I think it did, because there's a lot of ships that are now coming in. And yeah, it looks like this one's going to the cargo harbor now, which is sweet. So I don't know if that's going to make us some money or how that's going to work, but we'll definitely take that. Now we have a 60 tons already of wood in this one. And we also have 60 tons in this one as well. So I'm curious to see if we'll start to see the wood go into here or how that's going to work. But we do have some lines. If this guy turns up, then that means what we... Oh, whatever we did worked. Nice. I guess I'll go ahead and also just grab a passenger line tool. We'll go to both the exits just like we did before, and then back to here again. And hopefully that'll work. I don't know. Looks like we do have some stuff now, which is cool. I don't know how this stuff is actually working, but it is working, so we'll take that. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this with the faster cranes. It's gonna let us unload stuff a lot faster, and there we go. Now I don't know if we're actually selling stuff as well, but you can see a vehicle in use transporting. That is all the way up here. It's a dump truck. Okay, holy traffic. It does get backed up here quite bad, but it might just be kind of a one-time thing. I don't really know. Looks like it's just because this big old truck is just breaking everything, so whatever. It'll be all right. Okay, we actually, look at this. We have a log truck here. I'm going to follow this bad boy and see where he's going to go. So he's going to go up to the top. He's going to go down this way here. And, oh, right here. Someone is making paper. So I have a paper mill there. So that's where they're delivering the wood to. Cool. Now, I don't know if they're also delivering out to the bay, or if they're literally all going there. But one thing I can do to help this all out is just to get rid of the light right here. That way these people can just keep on pushing out, and then this can all kind of hopefully clear out a little bit better. It looks like the industries are actually shipping in stuff for their businesses now, which is sweet. This side over here is completely cleared out, which is awesome. Now we're waiting for just this side. But it looks like what's happening here is all these big trucks are trying to get down to this section here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just say, let's go ahead and grab the highway. Let's go ahead and get a lane, because I want these guys to get out of the city. Like, I want them to get out of here. There we go. So I just got a little road that's going to come off the highway and go under the highway. And that's going to let people get right to where they need to go instantly. Because, yeah, all these semis are actually on this spot right here. So then let me go ahead and just mirror this. Except this time, we will do the opposite. Boom. So now, if they want to get back on the highway, they don't have to go through all this mumbo jumbo. They can just get right on the interstate right here. And just to keep this stuff moving, let's add maybe 2 medium roundabouts in here. So hopefully that'll help clear up this all through here. Because all these semi-trucks are just all trying to drive to there. And honestly, I'm tempted to just say, let's remove this road. But it's not being used very much anyways. So there we go. Look at this. Now I got all the semis heading out, going down through here. And that'll work fine. But this is sweet. Look at this. All of my industries are needing supplies that we are now shipping in from other countries or wherever, cities, and then we're shipping out to our city, which is awesome. So this is really cool. The passenger boats aren't nearly as popular, but to be honest, I don't even care. All right, cool. That seems to have fixed our issues here quite nicely. So it looks like, yeah, each of these buildings here has about five semis that are they're able to use. And they're working quite nice. So we're up to about $8 million, which is quite nice. So I'm going to unlock a tram. I really am. And I want to get a tram that's going to run around the city because right now, yeah, it's pretty bad. What I'll do, I think, is just put the tram spot next to here. Let me actually go ahead and just read this here. Can be flexibly built on top of existing streets as well as standalone networks. To start, you need a tram depot. Got that. We got that placed down. So now we can just add... Now, for some reason, I can't place down the tram tracks on the road. I thought they said this could be built on the road. I see that they can cross over the road, but how do you make it on the road? Maybe I need to give myself some space? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm deleting this. Buggy mess. Think I'm better off just doing a subway for now. We also can get an international airport as well. Also attempted to get a college. Crematorium. Water treatment plant. I think that'd be good for now. We'll get this, I guess. But I definitely want to try to get a subway going. Okay, so this is going to be like a train here. This is going to be where we actually start everything at. So where's a good spot for that? Honestly, most of our like infrastructure stuff is over here. So we're just going to place it right there. I'm just going to make these bad boys shoot on underground here. Overlapping items. I don't know what you want me to do. I really don't, game. All right, we have a subway line that's underground. Okay. Wow, that was so complicated. Now, let me just go around and just start making some spots here that I want the subway to actually run through. And we could get some overground ones, but I'd rather get some underground stations here. I'm going to pop one in up here by the industrial space. I'm going to pop one in here in the original city. And I'm tempted to pop one in over here. We can pop one in over here across the street from the interstate. And then maybe one in this back section here. And then I'm just going to come through here. And I'm just going to connect all these bad boys all around. Here we go again with this brat game. Throwing a look. Overlapping items. How else, okay, am I supposed to build off this thing here? How? Is it too far underground? No. It's like not letting me snap to the actual spot. Maybe that's the issue? Nope, that's not the issue. I'm just gonna try replacing the whole building and see if that does anything. Wow, that fixed it. Okay. I seriously do not understand what was the issue, but hey, whatever, man. Okay, so we have a subway set up. One thing I do need to go and do is add a maintenance hall, if that's even possible. Okay, we'll do that later. Let's just get this thing running. That's all I need to do. So a subway line, we're going to start. I guess we just do this. So we go from here. So the right side. Why is it going all the way around the other way? What? Okay, I guess we're going to run it this way. I'm so lost. I don't know why. I can't. Did I accidentally do a one-way or something? This one here is doing the exact same thing this one was doing. So I guess I'm going to have to just break it and redo it. Give me a second. I don't know why it does this, but it does it. All right, there we go. Got it fixed. So now, let me see this is going. Okay, now everything's working smoothly. Oh, we actually do have a train en route. So maybe these won't be used as much, but the ones in the city, I'm guessing will hopefully get some more use to them because people are actually using them. We can go ahead and add some upgrades to these things just to be able to up those a little bit. Okay, this guy over here is apparently not connected. Can I just move it ever so slightly here? Okay, so that worked. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, great. Pathfinding failed. That's a new treat. There we go. That's all fixed up there. So we have a subway that is actually running, and we have 4 vehicles on there. We're also going to just bump this down. I want people using this as often as possible. Maybe we do a cent. We'll just do a cent. But my goal is to just get as much traffic on the road, off the road. That makes any sense. So I guess that's kind of cool. Nice little subway system. Let's go ahead and get the underground parking building and the automated parking building as well. The parking building looks kind of cool. Oh my gosh, it's massive. Okay, never mind that. I do want to get some parking garages in here, though. Maybe like one of these. We can just pop this in, say, here. Now, the guys that we took their house away and destroyed are going to be upset. But the people who could live near here are going to be pretty happy. Because now they can all park their cars on here and not to park in the streets. So let's get back to our demand stuff. More commercial demand, which is awesome. So I'm going to take that and actually use the NA mixed housing. We're going to just pop a couple of these in here. That's going to see, you can see there it's working on our medium density, our high density a little bit, and our commercial density a little bit. So that's going to be a nice little boost. But high density is our next big thing that people are wanting, as well as low density housing. So, you know, for low density, that's pretty simple. I'm just going to come into here, come up by 112. And this will also do a pretty good job of just surrounding this subway. And then I'm going to come into here and just get some more low density housing all around this and inside of here. There's a lot going on over here as well. So I am tempted to say let's get some parking decks in here. Maybe we'll just smack a couple over in this section. The modest ones don't seem very big. I'm putting 2 of these buildings down like this. We're going to let these bad boys go. There's a parking fee, but hey, you know what? It's going to make us some good money, so I'm taking it. Oh, it is winter now. Look at the mountains in the background. That looks beautiful, which is kind of a cool thing here. Oh, there we go. Big town. So we're up to about 14,000 people. And I gotta say, things here are running pretty well. We've got a massive trucking industry down at the bottom of the map. We have a ton of housing, a ton of commercial, and honestly, just a ton of good stuff going on. So all in all, the city of Moocah is definitely thriving. Now, we have some people coming up through here that are just not super thrilled. They're trying to get to this new housing development. But to get there, you got to go up through these little roads and cities up here, which is definitely not super optimal. Instead, what I should do is relocate this to the left a bit and take this middle road here, and I'm just going to connect it up through there. So now when people want to come to get to that city, all they have to do is just go straight up this big road in the middle instead of using those tiny roads back there, and that should hopefully help release some tension that's built up there in the middle as well. Now we're up to $12 million, which is great. Our city is definitely doing very, very good for itself. And we still have more requests for offices and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. Now what I'd like to actually do, because our city looks awesome over here, is actually hop across the way here and start building something in this section. Now, what is that going to be exactly? I don't really know. But I'm just going to buy all these squares because I want to give myself plenty of space to work with. It would be fun to, actually, if I have... Oh, I do have high density housing now. Yeah, it would be really fun to get all of this side of my world here be high density housing instead. So what I'm gonna do is just look in here at my road connections and see what intersection we can actually do. We could do this, but that's low traffic. We need one that's built for high traffic. There is this one, but it's just ginormous. Now this one here is supposedly pretty good at supporting high traffic volume, so we're gonna try to get this in here. So to be able to do this, let's go ahead and just delete some of these roads on either side here. Boom. So everyone doesn't even know what happened there. And then we're gonna take this road here, or these roads I should say, and we're gonna funnel them all up here. So let's go ahead and just grab this. We'll go for a slight turn, and we'll just start trying to truck our way up yonder. Okay, I let the game run for like 10 seconds. I walk away for 10 seconds, and everyone's having a fit again. This roundabout here is definitely a bottleneck for our city. I mean, if we zoom out, right, the only way into our city, no matter where you come from, unless you're coming from this tiny little road up here, is right here. So I really need to try to find a way to try to break that up. Now, I'm not sure what the best way to do that is going to be, but there is just simply too much traffic for this one roundabout to handle. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to come back through here, pause the game, bulldoze this, and bulldoze this. I've really, unfortunately speaking, I've limited myself quite a lot by having this neighborhood here. So I think it's time that I say goodbye to all these buildings over here and let those all just deconstruct. Because then from there, I can come through here, delete this ugly mistake of a building or whatever that thing is, whatever you'd call that. And instead, I'm going to need to expand all of this. It's also going to just give my city some time to breathe because there's going to be a lot less houses right there. I'm just going to take out that roundabout because we don't need that. And let this traffic all just kind of flow through. Okay, so we need to quite desperately upgrade this highway now. I'm thinking what we have right now is fine, but we just need to do a better job of sorting in and out all of this traffic. So we're going to just delete those roads for now, and it's going to be okay. We're going to get this back to normal in no time. So there we go. We're back to about 3 lanes of traffic. I think that was a necessary sacrifice for the better good of the city. You can see this is all flowing so much better now. And I think I just honestly, I built that neighborhood too close to this. So that's 100% on me. But you know, you gotta live, you gotta learn. And now we definitely learned our lesson, that's for sure. So all these cars here should clear out. There's not much else that's gonna be stopping them up. This over here needs some help desperately. So I'm gonna come through here. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade this right through here, just to about there, to be a little bit larger, to give us an extra turning lane and some extra space for the people to clear out if they're going straight, as well as going this way. So that should help a little bit. These poor people here just gonna have to wait for a little bit until they are able to go. But I think that's gonna work decently. We have this open space here, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. And that's hopefully gonna be able to fix a lot of our issues. So the original city of Moocah is still gonna be working. It's still gonna be doing okay. I am also gonna go ahead and just get a bigger hospital. Medical clinic is probably gonna need what we need here. We'll put it right there. We just need these people over here to be happy and to be healthy and everything like that. This over here looks to be going good. These 2 ways are completely clear now. Just waiting on this side here, which are going slowly but surely. I am tempted to say maybe we do 6-lane asymmetrical on here. Okay, things are luckily clearing out. I'm gonna ahead and just downgrade this road back down to 6 lanes. I don't think we need all those lanes. So we're gonna just leave it like this for now. Everything seems to be doing a little bit better. This is all kind of congested steel, but we're gonna just get this going. Now there was a light here that was just cooking us right here, so I removed that light as well, and that helped a little bit. So that's a little bit better. But I'm gonna say this hot take: there ain't much more that's gonna be able to fit off of this roundabout. This section over here has got to be done with major improvements in terms of like giant building projects and stuff. They got to be done for a little bit. Okay, they're tapped out. They're done. So let's go across the way here and start working on our next spot. So what I'd like to do is get the grid section here, go back to 2-lane roads, and just start kind of planning this out. Okay, so I think something like this is going to be kind of cool. Now, we need some high density housing. And I want to put them over here on Dean, Camilla, and Thornbury Street. I want to have them over there. This section, I don't really know what to do with. I guess I could grid it out like I was before. But that's going to be a giant part of the city. Okay, it's going to be very, very large. You can see we do need workers, which is good. And what I want to do is have a whole another entrance and exit over here that is going to be completely separate from everything else. So if I go to large roads, there's an 8-lane divided highway. And I'm down. I'm down to clown. So I'm just gonna like pop this across like so and put a big fat stinking roundabout in here and hope for the best. And now I'm just gonna keep working on this. Okay, so this is what I'm kind of thinking here. I got this nice big old road that's gonna run behind the stuff here. And what I did here is just upgraded these streets to kind of support the weight that's gonna be coming in here. And then also have just some one-way streets going this way and this way. I think that's going to help space everything out a little bit better than how we had it before. These are just 4-lane roads, so I'm going to go ahead preemptively and just upgrade these to a 6-lane divided road. Because the last thing I want to have happen is to run out of space. And this is going to be practically our highway. It's going to run from this highway to this highway. It's going to be, you know, a mass transportation. And then when we want to upgrade roads now, we can just do a 4-lane road instead. So what I'm going to do is just grab this about there. And we're going to just make a little section in there. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to replace all these roads like I did over there. All the exterior roads. And then the interior roads, I think I can leave most of them for now. Maybe we do some one-ways eventually. But we'll do those there. I'll do another, say, there. And I think that's going to be just fine. But that looks really cool. I like the way this looks. And so we're going to do... Yeah, let's do some high density right here in the middle. Just these two in the middle for now. That's going to plummet that down. We can go ahead and get some offices in here as well. Maybe these two squares here. I'm just hoping this is not going to overwhelm this road system. I mean, we have two options to get in here. So we have a lot of space. And this one over here is still... It's just still struggling. I don't get it, man. We're going to let those go, though. I don't really care. It's working, and that's all that matters. What I will go ahead and do, while we wait, is just get some sound barriers on all of these roads here. If it's possible. It might not even be possible, to be honest. Oh, but we have... Oh, look how big that building is. It looks great. We have a lot of people coming in and through here, which is good with me. This is going to allow this section over here to be used more often. And honestly, some people will also, instead of going down all the way through and up here, they'll just go through up here, which is just going to relieve some more stress off of this. But I'm not going to attach anything to this. I'm not going to attach any other exits or anything to this. I'm going to let the roads kind of work for themselves and hope that they're going to do a good enough job. Now, everyone right now is kind of piling in over here. Just to be expected, these giant buildings get built. And I'm thinking we could fit in 2 parking decks there and there. So we're going to do just that. Get some cars off the roads over here. And my goodness, this whole thing is already in shambles. This thing's already locked up and it's broken. Okay, I think I'm going to need to upgrade the size of this to maybe a 6-laner, just so that every lane going in has a lane going out. And we're going to hope that that's going to be able to make some sort of difference. I just don't know how to make roads in this game, I guess. All right, I have been working a crap ton. I went ahead, got this new city kind of set up. I've got some new subway lines. I've got some new tram lines, some bus lines. I've been doing a ton of work. I got a dam in here. I've just been working on the micro. I focus a lot on the macro, and a lot of it is bad. Okay, it's to my detriment most of the time. So this hopefully is going to help us out just a tad bit. And oh, there we go. Look at that small city. So there we go. We have 27,000 residents in the city of Moocah right now, which is awesome. But there still needs to be some improvements that are going to be made. So basically, here's my tram station. Here's my bus station. The tram lines just kind of run on these roads. I have a tram line set up for the Barlow Inn, which I went ahead and made its own district. I have a tram line for the Mill Crossing. Then I have a tram line going from this to this. Then I have one going from this all around to this section in here. My subway from Mill Crossing is now connected to literally the entire subway system, and everything is seemingly going pretty good. It's helping out a lot. The traffic is a lot better, and there were some parking decks I built in here that were just kind of breaking everything, so I got rid of those. And for the most part, what I found out is the best way to get rid of traffic is to get rid of cars. So you want a lot of public transport. So we were kind of working on that. Everything was going smoothly. I came back over here and everything's locked up again, so that's great. But look at this little bridge I got. I got this little tram bridge with the pedestrians that can walk across it. This side's a little ugly, but you know what? We're gonna look past that for now. Gives us character. But look at this, like the buses, 75 out of 80. Like they're being used quite a lot. So I'm wondering if I need to go and actually add some more buses and stuff. It doesn't seem like it. This one's at 48%. So we'll just kind of watch it for now. But if I just come through here, let's just see where people are going. So this person wants to go park his car here and walk all the way back, which I don't really know what that is. I'm going to make this 1 cent. I'm actually just going to turn off the parking fee altogether. And we're going to see if this is going to change this at all. It is already. Look at this. All the people are going to come into here and start parking. This can hold 416 cars, so this thing should be good for now. I went ahead also and just made like a little walk-in street. This guy's breaking the law, but Dean Street is just a pedestrian-only street, and then obviously like trams and ambulances can go through here as well. I also, other than that, have just done little things here and there. I'm kind of getting a feel for the game now. I'm starting to understand what needs to be done. So I'm almost able to go back and start reworking stuff and everything be okay. The first thing that I would rework if I needed to, which I definitely, yeah, I need to, is going to be our subway system. Because I feel like it's really underutilized. Here's our subway system, right? There's like 2 people outside. So as of right now, I'm going to get to work on reworking our entire subway system, making the stops a little bit more accessible, and make them make a little bit more sense. I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just come into here, and I'm going to basically move the entire subway system's starting point way out of the city. Way out of the city, because I just don't want it over here no more. It doesn't really have to be in the city. It's not going to be, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be over here. It's not going to be used that often, so we can free up some space in the city that we desperately kind of need over here. So let's just move this whole thing. We're going to move this whole thing. We're going to move it over here. We're going to have tons of space. We're going to have tons of room and extra terminals. Yeah, like I want to go through here and just get enough space to be able to breathe a little bit, you know? Let's go ahead and get a maintenance hall as well. I want to see 2 of those. Our city is going to be pretty dependent off of these bad boys here for a while. So let's just see what we need to do here. Now we're all the way out here by these farmers, so we got some space to work with. Okay, it's going to be fine. What I'm going to do, I think, is just kind of make a big line like so, and then just kind of, we're going to work on getting all this connected first before I take it off. So I think how they do it in the real world is like they kind of just go straight, and then they all just kind of join into each other. And then they just continuously do this until I don't really know. I've never been really a subway guy. I never lived in cities with subways, but I've gone to cities with subways, so I know like a little tiny bit. So there's that. And then we're just going to continue down like this. We're going to conjoin these. And hopefully this is starting to make a little bit of sense what my plan is here. But now I also think I can use this section over here for trains as well. So maybe we can start using this for our train hub as well. And that'll work nicely, I guess. Just like that, all of our stuff is officially on one big loop. Is that a bit overkill? Perhaps. But hey, I don't even care. I think it looks kind of cool. So we're going to pop it down to about -20. And basically what I want to do is to sort of start planning this out. Now, I'm tempted. We're going to go ahead and move this, right? I mean, at least change it to an underground one so we can actually make this whole thing work, because if not, it's just not gonna work. We're gonna do a subway. We're gonna do the over elevated. That's kind of cool, but no, we don't need that. We're gonna get the underground railroad, and we'll pop one there. We definitely need one in here. Honestly, like we're gonna need 2 in here. I think we're gonna need 2. We're going to need one right here next to the tram station would be beautiful. You'll pop one in there. So this whole side of the city here is good. And then I am going to sorta, kinda try and spam these over here pretty often. So these 2 are not going to be enough. I don't think we're going to go ahead and just do 3 there. And then we'll need some over here for sure. We'll do 1 there. We'll do 1 there. This little city over here needs 1. We'll do 1 there. I think 1 for the whole city will be just fine. We could do 1 there. Some people are unhappy about that, but I'm like giving you free transportation, so how about you just suck it? We'll do 1 smack dab in the middle there. 1 right here by the interstate. We need to have something down here by this so people can ride down there. And I think that's going to be good. Well, I have one up here just for the future. Right here. I think that's going to be good. So I'm going to use the double way subway trails. So before I do anything else crazy, I think I'm just going to back this up. Back to here. So I think I need to do double. I think this is going to be a little bit more helpful. Although it might be complaining about it. Yeah, you see how this is just being annoying. I think it's going to require me to do... No, it's going to work. Cool. That'll work just fine. So from here, we're going to -20. And I think a great place to start is just going to be to connect it right to here. Again, this is probably going to be a little bit annoying. These things here don't like me very much. But I've kind of figured out what you have to do. You kind of got to like just make it work, you know? You just got to kind of force it. But basically what I'd like to do is just have tons of spaces for the trains to make loops. So like that could be a loop right there. A Barlow Inn subway train would work perfectly. Then from here, I think I'll connect this to just say here. Okay, there's sometimes like this, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's just giving me the area that it's overlapping. I can literally place it to here. Yes, okay, good. Okay. But okay, look, now this, what is this overlapping with? I think it's the power. Okay, that'll work. It's ugly, but it works. So now I got like a rough line going, at least for this stuff down here. So now I'm tempted to go back and like make a bunch of like other connections. Although, wait, no, I made these too high now. Crap in a can. So all this stuff over here looks pretty good to me. Little janky here and there, but for the most part, it's all working nicely. So I'm also just gonna, I guess, split off from here. Okay, cool. So everything is now connected, even the industrial space over here. But I'm curious, would it be smart now to come back through here and like try to like connect everything in a couple of places, you know, rather than just have them all running like perpendicular? Like spaces like this are just dead ends. They'll have to just swap sides and go back, which is fine with me. But like if I want to say go over here, I'd have to come from here, do something like this. I think this is smart though. And that's a very complicated thing, but I think it's gonna work. So now all I have to do is come into here to the subway line tools, and then we just make our subway lines. Which I need to, let me hide everything except for what I needed to be looking at here. All right, cool. So this is what we need to do. So let's just make a little route for there. That can be a route. We can make a route for that little section, I guess. We can make a little route for that section, I guess. Then I want a route for these two cities to be connected. We're going to want a route from this spot to all of these. This spot from all of these. This spot to all of these. Same with here. And I feel like that's gonna be a good way to get all the people off the road a little bit better. So now all this stuff here is all linked up. Anyone from here can go here. Anyone can go here. And now I just gotta do the same thing over here. So we'll just say like from there, all of these back to there, from here to all these back to there. Maybe we'll use this one to get to these parts of the city. And I forgot to connect this, but everything else should be working now. Then I just need to make one that goes from here up to here. Maybe it swings by, say that one, and back to there. Okay, now that is crazy talk. That is a lot of lines that I just made. Oh my gosh, 14 subway lines, right? That's a lot of lines, but I'm tempted to see how it's gonna work. I will go back and color code it all later, but I think this is gonna work decently well. All the subway lines are going out right now. They're all getting in order, and I'm just gonna let this kind of work by itself. Hopefully I did something correct for once. Now we're gonna need a lot more trains than we currently have. So you know what, let's just think about this. So each one of these can hold 2 vehicles. So I wonder if this is a big one we can get actually. Looks like it's gonna be this one. So we'll just build this. That could be fine. Now all of those are also gonna be working. Looks like this one's already sending out some subways to help out, which is sweet. What if we go to here? I'm hoping we can see some work being done. There are some people sitting out here by the subway station. It's also a tram station, so it might be that. But I'm gonna let these run for a little bit, and hopefully we'll just see those usages skyrocket. Hopefully. Now, I don't feel like all these lines need to have like 6 trains, but it would be nice if each one could have at least 1. Some of them are going to have a little bit more, some of them are going to have a little bit less. But what I need to do now is go through and actually probably adjust that. But again, I just want to let this kind of run. I think it's kind of cool looking to have this much public transport. But I'm hoping like all this here, I mean, they're all trucks mostly. But if we can at least get the people out of the way, I think it'll be pretty useful. This down here is a mess. Oh my gosh. What I will go ahead and do is add another 4-lane road in here. Just gonna bring this down here. Just conjoin it back to the road probably there. Get these people that are already up here down that way and give some of the people other ways to get in and out of here. Because right now we only have 2 spots in and out and they're very, very close to each other. So let's get some spots here. Hopefully that'll help out a little bit. We go here in the city. Where is this line at? All right, so this spot's right here. I mean, we got some people over here kind of, but yeah, like look at this spot here. This spot's very popular. People are using the subway lines instead of driving all over the place. We got people waiting in line for buses and stuff. Look at this. Beautiful. This is beautiful. I am very, very happy with this so far. And the best part about subways is once you go like up from under the ground, can't see how ugly it looks. Now, okay, this here is probably going to be a bit of a bottleneck, so I'm gonna go through and upgrade this. It's because I just knocked him off the rails. I don't want to have to worry about having to stop like that very often if I don't have to. So now it's a little bit janky, but it's gonna give us some more space people can pass and maybe just go out a little bit faster. But yeah, this here is definitely a hotspot. There's only 3 lines running through here, so it's not crazy, but yeah, I mean, this is already 400. We got 482 customers waiting, so this is good. This is good. We look here. What is this line? Let's just start getting everything to be different colors, just so I can start telling everything apart ever so slightly. Okay, that's a little bit better. We can now see the different lines, different colors, and what everyone is using here. Now, in my opinion, this right here is going to be a very big hotspot. People can go literally anywhere they want to off of this line, so it makes sense for it to be pretty popular. I'm just hoping to see people start to use these instead of so much cars. Now, I was watching a video trying to understand transportation in this game, and one thing that we definitely need to do is get some trains, and I'm talking about cargo trains right away, because quite honestly, all these trucks could be replaced with 1 cargo train. So what I'm tempted to do is say train, and I think we actually got to go unlock all this stuff. Requirements is 1 rail yard. So let's go get a rail yard. I'm not sure, again, if we can actually use this rail yard alongside with this stuff or how this crap works, but what I will do is just pop it down, say there. Actually, wait, that's a bad idea. These these things are backwards. Let me just go through here and unlock these squares just so I can make another big rail yard. I think this over here is going to be our rail yard section over here. I think this is going to be perfect. I'll connect this to over here, I suppose. I don't really see why not. I guess maybe I probably should know. I'll keep them separate. There's not really a real reason to keep them connected. But I don't really know what the best way to do this is. I've never done trains before, so I guess we need a cargo train terminal, a large warehouse where cargo trains can go and load on cargo from to and from trucks. Okay, can be upgraded with a storage warehouse. Also, the cargo transfer station, which can unload cargo to trucks. So do I want to build this, like, let's say here? Because in this train track, we'll have to run down all the way down to here, which actually, hold up, I have it up to do this. We're gonna buy these there, and then we can make this connect. Yeah, we'll just do this. So we will need this to be on this road right here, but this, ooh, wait a minute, we can honestly fit this behind here like so. And now what I'm gonna need to do, and that's already connected there, that's all connected, and then I'm just gonna run this down here. We run this to about here, then I'm gonna go over the road. I have that back up a little bit. I like the bridges, so we're gonna use them as often as possible. Then we're gonna come down here to the station here, and yeah, I'm just gonna pop down this bad boy and this bad boy right here, and like that. Okay, cool. So now we'll need to make a route, which it looks like I don't see any other routes for, yeah, I don't see any other routes for trains, so this will work for now. So what we need to do is, I guess we'll just start here, go through here, there, back to there, back to there, back to there. I guess it's gonna be our best bet. Now I can already tell you right now, we're gonna need to make this a double laner because I want to be able to just, it basically lets you just run a double efficiency, it seems like. And this should also help us just cut down that traffic even more, which you guys know my city, we definitely need that. So now everything's two-way. Hopefully that helps out a little bit, but we should see hopefully a bit of an improvement here. Actually see if I can see any trains. It's quite far out here, to be fair, but it'll be okay. But there we go. Look at this. We get our first cargo train, which is very, very big. Am I tripping or is he reversing down? Okay, I guess he'll reverse down until he gets to here. So wait, when they come back though, are they gonna have to go all the way back to turn around to get to there? Because if so, that's gonna be very unfortunate. Let me fix this right now before I forget. So I want to just grab this here and just say, hey, there's a little turnaround spot for you there. That should help it make your life a little bit easier. There was already some stuff stored here, which is nice. And yep, it's got filled up just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. They're gonna be able to go through all these different stations, so hopefully everything will work out good. And just like that, we have some stuff going. We got some livestock going, we got some vehicles going, we got some paper going. And you know what? I probably should honestly just, yeah, I need to make a little spot out here for these sections because these truckers are taking the goods that we grow out here and hauling it all the way back to the city. So I'll do another line just completely separate because I don't want to make it too much. I don't want to take them all the way back to get this stuff. I'll make another line for these goods right here. So now I'll just come back into here, make another cargo line. We'll start here, go to you, down to here. Oh, I guess I can't technically pathfind through there, so it's okay. We'll just do a little thing there like that. Let's try this again now. You to you, to you, to you, back to you. So it's another line there that should be working very nicely. And I'm hoping that as time goes on, we'll start to use this more often. Because, like, let's see this guy here. Okay, yeah, they actually are all delivering to here. This guy's raw materials is grain, not even being used. This guy's got materials he's bringing right there. Okay, cool. So, yeah, this should hopefully help out a ton. So, this could take a little bit of time to kind of get sorted out. But you can see, what are you doing? What are you doing here? He's backing up to there. Okay. Do your thing, man. I don't really care what you do, to be honest. See, do we want to... Okay, look there. He actually filled up more at that spot, so that's cool. Do we want to have like two different lines? One that's delivering, one that's taking? Is that a thing? I don't know. I've never been much of a trainer. Well, we should see. Yeah, there's a guy down here. And this thing is full. Now this is gonna come up, I'm pretty sure, back to our city, and we should see. Yeah, there we go. We should see some people working out here. That looks really cool, though. Both the trains going and from into the harbor, and this hopefully is going to make our lives a little bit easier. I'm also going to go ahead just get my trains correct here. We're gonna have, let's see, what is this one? Okay, that's that one. Don't know why it's called D, but guess it is. For the farming stuff, we're gonna make this one like a pink. So this train is chugging along up here, and it will unload right up here. Actually, he's not going up there, he's going to here. Now I think also in like real life, I thought that they will do like a little intersection that they're allowed to like cross, like little X or something. But I don't know if that's even possible. Doesn't seem like it. So we'll just leave it as it is for now. So is this going to get unloaded here? Oh, yeah, it is. They are just moving stuff around. I'm good with that. So hopefully that is working just as wonderfully as I intended it to, hopefully. And we'll have to see what happens now. Now we got not enough customers. I don't know why that is, if there's just not enough people or what it is, but everything else seems to be running pretty smoothly. This is still so trafficy, and I don't know why. I just don't get it, man. I'm so bad with traffic. But we are out of trains here. We need more trains, or subways, excuse me. Now I can see, like, on a route like this, pretty popular, and less popular on some of these. Some of these have 0%. This one right here has 299 people riding it. So either way, I'm just gonna keep slowly but surely expanding and back once I have some more stuff going. But I need some more buses. Oh no, I need more subways. So I'm gonna continue to expand and be back in no time. Okay, I've been doing a lot of work. So I got some tram lines set up for this little city here, and I got a bunch of bus lines that are just kind of working all around the city. I added some that are going from this section all the way up to the industry, all the way down to here. There's just a lot more happening, which is good because we definitely need it. So now when we go down here, we can see a bunch of different colored trams that are going around and that are pretty popular. I got some that are now going off at this spot. They're going to come get people who have to park their car, and I have them drop them off right here, and then kind of around the city as well, just to help move people around even more. And that has definitely helped a tad bit with our traffic issue. All the buses are moving around, but like I said, if I can get like 4 people in a bus, that's better space-wise than 4 cars on the road, so we will take it. So I'm still just kind of adding in a couple bus stops. I'm gonna do one bus line that's going to be, it's gonna be all of these outward cities, connect all 3 of these, and we can connect, use those bus stops for something else as well. So I'm just kind of having fun making bus routes. There's a bus route for you. You can have a bus route to, let's say, there and back. We need a bus route. Oh, there we go. Big city. Look at that. We need a bus route from you, the Tri-City over here, and then maybe one from this spot to this spot. So far, so good. And actually, some buses are going on the interstate to get there, which is nice. Just to get some stuff broken up a little bit. You know how it is. And we still are running pretty low on the subways. But I can honestly fix that because you can see some of these aren't even being used very much. So, like for this one, for example, why do you have 4 trains if there's only 6 passengers? You know what I mean? So we'll just turn this down to about 2 and allow it to kind of go where it needs to. You can see here, like, some of these are really popular. Like this one, for example, 500 people. It's just going from this stop to this city to the Tri-City. So cool. So the Tri-City thing is very, very, very good. And basically all this driving around in our city now are taxis or buses or trams. And it is making everything run so much smoother. I'm so glad I figured that out, or had the help of YouTube to help me figure it out, I should say. And also the trains are running just magnificently. Everything's running so smoothly and they look great. So I've been slowly but surely expanding over here, and we just have a ton of requests for more housing. So we're going to go ahead and get some more high density housing back here. This might be kind of crazy. We're in a couple skyscrapers back here in these 2 plots. It's not giant, so it shouldn't break our game, but I'm going to go ahead and just play it safe and say we're going to need a bus route for this place over here. So we'll have it going around this direction instead, and we're just going to make a bus route that's going to go around the little teeny tiny town here. We're going to make it connect to the subway station just to keep some stuff moving. But there we go. That's that city all done, and these people are going to need some transportation, so hopefully they can catch a bus to somewhere else, if needed. But yeah, this new city over here looks absolutely beautiful. I love all the bridges and everything we have going on. But oh, wait a minute, what is this? We get garbage is piling up. Garbage is not being picked up fast enough. Yeah, we're basically out of space in our garbage fill right now. I don't know what else we could possibly do. Let's go ahead and get a incinerator plant and a recycling center and just start hopefully getting some stuff done here. And these are both quite large, but I think if I just grab a road, could build it over here by this thing. This thing's kind of in a bad spot now. I'd actually like to build this away, and I'll just build our garbage center district thing all out here. So we are, yeah, out of space for sure. Let's just go ahead and relocate this. Let me get it over as far right as I can. There we go. Upgrades are already stuck to it. And so now let's just go into here, get a incineration plant. How are we looking on the wind? I think we're looking okay. I think the wind is, yeah, it goes that way. So we're still good to do it this way. Grab an incinerator plant there and a recycling center just across the street. We're gonna get all the upgrades humanly possible for this bad boy. Everything's plugged in, powered up, and ready to go. This is a little bit upset. Can we move it to be there? We can. Cool. So everything over here should be better off. The garbage trucks will have their own spot to go to. Check out this janky old bridge with the angle of a diamond on top. Nice. But we will let those things hopefully catch up. You can see, yeah, processing speed is definitely better. So we'll hopefully see some of the garbage go down. And this over here, we are starting to also get the backed up sewage facility overload. Okay, well, that's the first time that's happened. In terms of sewage, we need to get a water treatment facility. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab this. And this has to kind of purify the water. Now, I don't know if putting this across the street from this stuff here is going to be a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm hoping that'll help out at least a little bit. I'm also just going to add some water towers in here. I just love water towers. I think they're so cool looking. I don't even know what they do, but they look cool. Yeah, we are dumping some poop in these people's backyards, which is probably not the most sanitary thing I've ever done. What I'll go ahead and do is just move these down, and we'll get about 5 of them. So these bad boys are going to start working. Hopefully it's a little bit less sewage as well, because we need it to happen. That's all I can say. We're going to go ahead and just start upgrading these. Get these chemical upgrades in here. Maybe it'll help us a little bit. We need some more space to get these going, but that's okay for now. So excellent. That seems to be working very fine. So if we look at the demand, we have a lot of demand for low residential houses again, which is great, I guess, but we don't really have, like, all we have is a low density housing, which I'd rather not continue to build because it's just not space efficient. This over here is backing up quite bad. I don't know why that is exactly. Oh, I see why. It's because people are stupid and the AI sucks. Great. But to be fair, we just upgraded the city by quite a lot, so it's gonna need some time to catch up for sure. We'll let that all kind of sort its way out. We got buses, we got trams. After they get in the city, they should be good. It's just once they decide to move here, it becomes a bit of a problem. So, I guess we'll maybe build a low residential space over here. I guess that's just kind of our best bet for now. Luckily, I mean, they don't take up a whole lot of space, so we'll just do something like this. You can connect to say there. You can connect this all the way over to here. Then I guess we'll just connect it up there as well. Then in here, we'll go to the low density housing. We'll just fill this all in. And this is going to be even more people driving here to slam down our traffic, but that's okay. This is also becoming a bit of a bypass road for all this traffic. They can come up and around and then go down or straight across, whatever they want to do. So we'll take that as well. I might actually just continue to expand this, but I'm gonna let this traffic all die down a little bit. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer before that happens, but there's quite a lot of people moving to the city, which is a good thing, but you know, traffic sucks. But I gotta say, the city of Moocah, I think, looks pretty cool. It's not perfect, it's not optimal, it's not efficient, but it's my city. So to all you City Skylines sweats out there who are shaking in your boots because I'm doing a bad job, I apologize, but at the same time, womp womp. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This place over here looks pretty cool. I have to say, I like the way this turned out. And I'm tempted to say, let's go ahead and just expand this out to the road, but I should probably relax a little bit and not go ahead and do this right here exactly. Right? I should not do that. But we still have so many people who want to move here and want to move into a low density housing. I guess that makes, I mean, people don't really want to live in the city. I don't personally ever want to live in the city. I think it sounds like absolute doom and destruction to live in a city. Have to walk everywhere. I can't park my car outside. I can't glance out my window and look at my car. You know, that sounds like terrible to me. So I understand what people are saying. I get what they're smelling. I smell what they're stepping in. That's the saying. But people are still complaining about customers, and I don't know how to get rid of that, except to get more people to move here. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. Now, luckily, it looks like the traffic is maybe getting a little bit better. We do have some parking over here. So this is most definitely going to be a hot spot for sure. And maybe we just bite the bullet and we go ahead and get some more parking over here. Some underground parking would be cool. And I can go ahead and get... Oh, I can't get two. Wait 1 second. So I didn't know this, but our city does only get one of those automated parking spots. So did I burn it? Maybe. We'll do 3 underground parking decks there. Hopefully that'll be okay. I don't know, man, what the terrain's doing. I'm letting it do its thing at this point. I don't even care. When you zoom out and squint your eyes, you can't even see it. We'll do some medium density housing in here if people want to move. Okay, yeah, they definitely do. And we'll let that kind of go. You know, I could make an extra exit off the interstate, which I think I should probably go ahead and do. I know the only way into the city is to go up through this whole jumbled up mess. So maybe just making just a nice little exit wouldn't be the best, worst, terriblest ideal ever. Let's go ahead and just make this run parallel with the road and then curve out to say there. Now, I want a big old roundabout right here that we want people to be able to come into. Actually, what I should have done is started from this intersection. There we go. So there's an exit for people to take to not have to go through all that crap. However, the downside may be that people will start congesting up this area. But I think after some time, after people move in, I think it'll all work out. I'm not going to be able to fit this underground because the subway is right there. So looks to me like we're going to be going over the interstate. Bada bing, bada boom. A nice little hump there. And that thing is finished. This will also give us a way for, like, if an ambulance needs to get to the city from over here, they can just hop on the interstate. Wait, and admittedly, you can't get back on the interstate here. Let me add that as well. There we go. So now people can get on the interstate as well, which might not be a good idea. Because people might be using this now to get over to the city, but oh well. People also can't exit the highway to get on. Okay, wait. Okay, I oversimplified this. Okay, it doesn't go to the roundabout because this could make it work, but it does connect to here now, so they can come from the city and go to here. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. I don't know. Let's go to upgrade this right away to just a medium road. A 4-laner should work for now, although there's just not very much runway there. So this is going to be very congested. So yeah, this is not a good idea. I'm honestly going to say, like, maybe we don't even need a roundabout. We honestly need a roundabout like here, but that's going to mess up my tram line, so don't love it. I will go ahead and say, for sure, let's get rid of the light on this. Just to at least let people go through here. Alright, forget this. I gotta make this in a better way. Sorry, everybody. Find your way back to the road as soon as possible. Thank you. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can just fit a pre-made one in here, because I can't do that stuff. I'm so unbelievably terrible at it. I think one of these will work fine, but it's kind of difficult. We can also do one of these, but whatever we do is gonna be weird. It's just gonna be weird. I think what I'll do is I'll do one of these, I think it's called a trumpet, and we'll just place it like this way, and then I'll take the roads from here and go under with them. Alright, it's hideous, but it will work. Okay, I don't know why this is doing this. Oh, I know why. It was the wrong direction. Boom. So there we go. We have a new section here. I think this is going to be a lot better. So it's just going to kind of do a little trumpet thing upside down and then kind of make its way back up here into a big roundabout, and that should be better, hopefully. Now, all the traffic from people moving in has died down, so that's cool. Good. There is still some traffic over on this side, which looks like they are... Like, what? See, like this guy, for example. Instead of going down here, taking this roundabout and going up and left, he goes all the way across and around up there. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Most people over here who are taking this exit are actually coming over here to get some parking. So I'm tempted to say, what would happen if I just made a little, like, offshoot of the road here that was just entirely designated for parking? And what I mean by that is I think what I'll do is, this. We'll come back through here. This is going to be a lot of parking for the city, which is good. And then actually put some parking stuff down as well. Maybe just a bunch of these wide parking lots, like so. And just let people kind of park up in here. And honestly, add a little one-way road that comes off of the roundabout and just pops in there. A lot of people are coming in here to actually, just to park. So we can just give them an exit out there. Nothing can go on, but it can go there. Look at that. Now, some of it's just making them move around, but whatever. We'll take this. Okay, so I got that all finished, and I also went ahead and added a little tunnel that people can take to go all the way under and up to this roundabout there, in case I wanted to bypass, because I saw a lot of people wanted to bypass that. I went ahead and just expanded this again, and, ooh, we get some theft. Goodness gracious. So I do need to get some more police stations, though, for sure. These people over here need some policing, and one thing I just unlocked is going to be the firefighter helicopter depot. Now, I think it's going to actually require me to do some stupid stuff, so forget it. But it would be cool to have eventually. I'm just going to build this firefighter place over here on this side of the city, because we do have a little one here, a little one there, but nothing else really too crazy. I'm going to grab a fire watch tower. Oh, I don't know why, but we're just going to do it. And we're going to just grab another firehouse, put it over here by the industrial place, so that space over there is also covered. And also one down here by the docks, just to make sure everyone's happy. And we got some disaster control that hopefully we never have to actually use, but you know what? We're going to play it safe and get one anyways. We're going to put one there. We're going to put one over here somewhere. Just in case of emergency. I'm just going through here and unlocking everything I possibly can. You know what? We need to get some stuff here. Large hadron coal. I can't even read that. Let's go through here And I guess just get these things. Yeah, why not? I guess so people can't get sick. That's probably a good idea, right? These things here are massive. Absolutely ginormous. So we need to find somewhere to build these. And this one looks like it has okay, yeah, okay. So where do we gonna build these at? I mean, we could build like this institute maybe there. Thank you so much. Large city, which looks pretty sweet actually. Another one we'll have to definitely think about for later probably. One thing I want to do right away is get to this stuff, which I think all we need to do is unlock it. International Airport, Space Center. Okay, well there's that. How we looking on squares? We have 42 more squares we could unlock. I'm gonna stick to just figuring out this first before we go any more further ahead. But we could make like a separate little city up here, which would be kind of cool. It's not connected to this stuff by any way other than just being near it. If I grab, let's just say these, it's gonna cost about 4.6 mil, but I'm gonna do it. Actually, I want to build my airport up here. First things first, that we have to desperately do is update this to at least a 4-lane. Okay, that'll be good. That's a massive upgrade for that road there. And we have some traffic piling up, but I have an easy solution for at least for this section. It's just going to be a roundabout. Let these guys figure out all that stuff there. The dam is kind of slowing people down a little bit there, but it looks like they're all going to be just fine and dandy. So let's get this whole thing situated. And what I'd like to do is also build some more low density housing out here. Although wait, no, this is going to be bad because it's upstream from all of our industrial stuff. Okay, let me rethink this. I mean, I already purchased them, so I'll use them for something else. But yeah, that's not the best idea I've ever had. Let's build it over here. So we're just going to start by... Oh, I like the look of that grid. Something like that. Is it crazy? Yeah. Do I like it? Yeah. All right, we got this all connected up here, so when we do eventually use this stuff, it'll be ready to go. And, okay, so we need an airport. There's an international airport, but I don't think we want to build that just yet. I think we want to just build an airport. I think that's all we're going to need for the time being. Now, we need quite a lot of space for this thing. And, ooh, I like that. Let's do that. So we're going to build that bad boy like that. And the air... Oh, look at that. We got an achievement. The airline tool, I suppose we'll just grab... Oh, we grab a hangar, I guess. We'll say this side of the airport can fly to there, into that. Is that right? I think I want to do a bunch of separate routes, right? Let me delete this. From here to there to there. Same with this guy. And then there's one over there. We'll do maybe the middle one to fly up north. And then this guy can fly out to there, back to there, and one more from there out to there. Now, the one to the north is going to be a little bit less popular, I guess, but I think it'll work just fine. And look at that, we already have planes landing and taking off. This is beautiful. And we do have upgrades, right? Yes, there's a cargo terminal. Let's go get some airport services just to make it a little more happy. Business lounge, you betcha. And oh, I see how this is. This is actually kind of perfect because we're right here by our thingamajig here. So cargo terminal. Let's go ahead and get this connected in here. Cool. So now we can officially like ship out products, I guess. I'll just go ahead and connect this here. Made a little loop-de-loop because loop-de-loops are fun. But yeah, this is going quite nice. We got 5 passengers in here, 6 passengers. That's a big plane for only 6 passengers, but you know what? I guess it's all right. And then what I want to do is just fill in a lot of this area here with low density housing like so. I want to get some just good old fashioned smaller low density businesses, maybe like 2 here, 2 here, and then maybe like a little tiny quadrant could be like maybe these here could be the medium density row housing. One thing I also need to do is go through here and just get everything named up here. Cedar Springs, Beechwood Downs. We got Sunnyside Junction. We got the Briar Rose Ridge. Victoria Heights. I like that. Sounds special. And Crescent Peak. Now, I will go through here and I want to name this something different. We're going to call this the Tri-Cities. Everything else, though, I like it. So now everything has names, which makes it look a little bit more professional. We got some crime going on here. What we'll go ahead and do is just get a hospital out here for these people. Especially like, let's say something bad happens on a plane. You want a hospital nearby, trust me. We'll go ahead and get a fire station and a police station just in there. Okay, went ahead and got the cargo stuff all set up. So now we're officially shipping out our products to both the left and the right, the east and the west. I went ahead and built a police headquarters, which looked cool, and a little prison behind that as well. I don't know. Select operating districts. Oh, yes. So this guy will take care of these 3 here. I think that's fine. You could probably patrol this too. I mean, you could have up to 31 vehicles. So we'll have that all be taken care of there. And then honestly, I guess we just build another one and we use it over here for these cities. For now, I'll just build it, I don't know, right here. Operating districts will do Cedar Springs, Beechwood Downs, Barlow Inn, this thing here. And then honestly, let's go ahead and get this all grouped up as well. Beechwood Croft. I like it. Beechwood Croft. Nice. And then I'll go ahead and just do what I did with the other one. Upgrade this. And I will go ahead and upgrade this because I want the prison to be over here. Oh, people are not happy about that. Look at the helicopter going. It's not that cool. Okay, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so that was a pretty major improvement in this little recording session here. We've grown our city a crap ton. Now, people are a little bit slow getting in here. We got some trucks going up to the farms that are kind of cooking us, not gonna lie. But I think it's also the traffic light. The traffic light's not helping us, but if it's not that busy, then it ain't that big of a deal. But this over here looks very nice. Now, people are waiting for horses. Okay. They're waiting for hearses over here. So we probably should get another little small cemetery and just pop her in there just to give the grieving some breaks. And then next door, we'll just go ahead and burn them alive with a crematorium. Or not alive, burn them dead. Cool, so that's all working there. The airport is working flawlessly. And that's a nice little addition to our city. Now, if we look over here, we have no demand for commercial, which I'm fine with. I'm taking it. But we have a lot of demand for high-density residential. And so I think what we'll need to do... Look how much traffic we have over here. We might need to come back and redo some of our stuff. But all this should be doing is making our tram lines more popular, our bus lines way more popular, and our subway lines way more popular. That's all this should be doing, which it seems to be doing that. I don't have any traffic errors over here, which I'm gonna just take for now. You can see this is all cleared up pretty much completely. Man, this is a busy airport, which is very good. I mean, luckily our crime is really low. I think it's because everyone's pretty happy. In fact, what else do we need to do? A lack of entertainment. That's our only downside. Yeah, I don't have any parks. Let me get some parks and stuff. I'll go ahead. We can smack a little park in this neighborhood here. They don't extend very far, which is very interesting. Maybe we'll get a little skater park out here, but I really kind of need to leave that stuff alone. I keep touching that stuff, and it's making people upset. Let's go ahead and just get like a little basketball court, and a little skate park, a little tennis court in here. I'm just gonna kind of fill this thing in with a bunch of different parks, and just kind of hope that people are happy. It's a cool looking park. Look at all that stuff you can do. Also, I will come back and just add some bushes and add some decorations, which I need to do all over the city anyways. We're gonna turn the spacing down nice like that, and then we're gonna do some outlines of bushes and stuff, which I think that looks pretty cool. Now apparently they need road connections. Oh, bye. So people do have parks now. You can't say that I didn't give my people parks, okay? Because I definitely did. They might have to just drive a couple of hours to get there. That's fine. So I'm looking through here. I'm wondering what else we need to do. I mean, I'm just trying to get for a pretty big city. 50,000 people is pretty dang big, if you ask me. So I'm happy. Let's go ahead and start unlocking the post. Oh, I'm actually out of points. Okay, I can't. So let me just keep expanding this city here. Now, I'm thinking maybe we do like a little bit of a section of low rent housing. That's technically high demand or high density, excuse me. So maybe I do some low rent housing right here in the middle. We do have the space for it, and we're not using this for industrial right now. So maybe we do something like this. Let me delete this real quick. That's gonna mess me up. What is that? Something. I'm just gonna come in here. Actually, let me get nice and close to this road and based off of this road. Okay. Yeah, this will work. This post office is kind of cooking me. We're gonna move it there. And I'm just gonna go to about, let's say there. This might break my city. I'm not gonna lie. But we'll keep an eye on it and do what we can do. We will definitely need some bus stops over here. And we can actually just connect these. I think some of them can be run off the tram lines we already have, which is good. But yeah, we're gonna do some low rent housing. Now, some people over here are going to be pretty upset that we have all this pollution right next to them. So that's not great, but that's okay. We're going to see a giant mass of people fly into the city any second now. I cannot wait for it. There's a little bit there. And we'll just start to see this system break again. But yeah, we'll just do these for now. Because there is a need for industrial. So I guess let's jump on it, right? I mean, if they want it, it's going to make our trains more efficient. It's going to give our trains something to do for once, which I guess is not a bad thing. We're going to come up here like this. I don't like how it's complaining. I don't like a slope too steep. What, oh, I guess it is pretty steep. Okay, I can understand that. Let me just maybe start it here. Start with something light and slight and move on to something bigger in a second. Industrial, just paint that all in there. Just going to give people something to do. If we go into here, it's a lot of adults, which is great. We have a 7.3% of unemployment. We have 22,000 jobs and 20,000 of those are already taken. And we have 49,000 people. So how is that? Okay, I don't know, but we'll take it, I guess. There's a giant industrial zone up there, which they're wanting more of, which I'm not going to complain against. We do have some more housing here. It didn't actually break. All right, it broke everything. Okay. I spoke way too soon. So I broke it, but that's okay. Now we do actually have some level 5 buildings, which I don't know what the difference is. I guess they can hold more. I guess sometimes. I don't really know. But it's a flex, I guess. We have this giant prison and only 6 people in there, which is a good thing. It means the crime is low. And I mean, look, the city is happy. I mean, we have -1 point for unreliable internet service. How about you guys just buy better internet, okay? Unemployment, that's fine. Lack of entertainment, that's fine. Because I can put a park in right here. Look at this. This is the perfect spot for a park. Which one? That one. Everybody cheers. Nicely done. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop a little pedestrian street through here so people can actually walk to the park from over here. And I think that looks quite nice. I think that's a nice little addition. Add some hump variety. What's the word I'm looking for here? Add some texture to our city. So let me look here. I mean, people are just moving in, but I'm thinking it's going to die down in a second. I mean, I'll go ahead, get some bus stops here, and we'll just do, like, let's say we'll do maybe 3 on this side. We'll just do every other. So 1 here, 1 there. Little bus line. Make 1 bus line going around the town there, just through all those buildings. And then we'll have 1 that goes through here yet again. But instead of going to there, maybe we bring it to here, to here, and then back to there. And then maybe we'll do one stop from here to here to here, and just back to there. So we'll let those things run. We probably will need some more buses here shortly. I think we're probably running out of buses. Yeah, we definitely are. 25 out of 25. So what I actually can just do is just plow this and just go ahead and build another bus depot. I think this is going to be a spot for... I think this is a spot for people to go and park and then get on the bus. I don't know what this is. I thought it was for the buses. We'll leave it there for now. But I think it's actually for people to use for the buses. Oh, it definitely is. So I guess it's like kind of like a hub. Okay. I probably should use those. Let me use one over here. So that one's pretty big. But we'll use this one. We'll pop her in there. And then... Okay, that's going to be a lot of buses. But it's basically... They're running to all different sections of the map from right here. Which is kind of near everything else a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this is going to be something that's going to be useful. I will go ahead and just preemptively get some sound shields on here. Same with this. I'm going to try to get people to be a little bit happier. I mean, everyone's max happiness, to be honest. But if it were me, I would not want to be here in that interstate all day. So that's a pretty hefty traffic jam. We do have buses now, which are going to help just lighten that load a little bit. So hopefully those will be able to come in here and like help a little bit more. But we're gonna need some more buses and some more bus-like integration, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're already out of vehicles again. So I will go ahead and upgrade this. Wait, is this just more vehicles? 10 more vehicles. Yeah, let me get this. Electric up here for this as well. For this guy, electric upgrade, and then there. We'll be fine. So that's gonna be about 30 more buses that can be on lines and just helping out the city. So we have about 60 buses running right now, which sounds kind of insane, but I guess I wonder how many buses New York has, right? So I've been playing this game for nonstop for like a couple of hours now, so my brain needs a break. So I'm gonna go take a break, come back, do some things here and there, and just keep progressing the city forward. But we're already at 50,000 people. And for reference, we're in about 12 hours in total. So I'm gonna get to work and get to resting. I'll be back in a little bit. See ya. Okay, I am in the process now of just cleaning some stuff up. People are abandoning buildings. I don't know why, but they decided to, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, everything's going very good. I went through, deleted all the bus lines that we weren't actually using, as well as the tram lines. There's a couple on there that just weren't being used at all. Even the ones with like 7 and 8 passengers, I probably should get rid of. But you can see everything else is running really, honestly, pretty good. Let's see where this one's going. Yeah. So most of the times, the bus lines that are just going around like a city like this don't get used. But the ones that go from city to city or place to place are used quite a lot. I also went through here and added a tram line in here because you can see how many people were just here. You should have seen how many people were piled up. The entire sidewalk, okay, was full of people. It was awesome. But we got some trains and buses, you can see here, running from the airport. Everything's kind of running to this hub over here, which I'm thinking about moving, but as of right now, it's okay. We also just saved some space with, with a little bit of deletion. So other than that, I filled up all the spaces possible, and all the cities that we built are all filled in. Only thing I can do now is do like maybe some stuff here, but I don't really know if that's a good idea. Now I was looking in here at what I could build, and I want to build a cool place for like a university, a nice big building, have a cool little spot for it. And I think behind this housing spot here is going to be a pretty cool spot for it. So I'm going to build it right there. Now I'm going to push myself and try to make this area over here look nice. What I'd like to have is a big circle driveway, but I don't know how to do that. Like, I know how to make a circle, but I don't know how to make it look good. So I guess I just take my tool and I'll go to about here. So it's about 56. So then I go to about here. And I do about the same thing over here. And I go back this way. But like right here, it's no longer a perfect circle, right? It's messed up. Oh, I guess not. I guess that works. So I want to have a big circle, which I think I'll swap these roads out for something else. Maybe we'll just add some sidewalks or something onto these. Some trees on the inside would be nice. Let's do that. And then, it is a campus, right? So we're gonna want some good walking paths. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do a lot of like just pedestrian streets and little walking paths and stuff, like a little small pedestrian street down here. I don't know if this is a road or if that's just some type of texture, but I don't know how to make it work, so I'm gonna guess that that's what it is. I really wish there was one of these roads that I could place down for pedestrians, but it was smaller. Actually, what if I do these instead? Or maybe on the front. Oh, I like it on just the front half. That's kind of nice. Now, in terms of roads, how do I want to connect this to everything else? I think I just do, maybe we'll go to like here. So what is that, 96 by 96? Make him have a little bit of arms. And then we need some, maybe, yeah, we'll do some alleys here like that, which I think looks kind of cool. It's hard to tell right now because, well, it's snowing out, so everything is a little bit upset. But I think that will look pretty cool if we can do it correctly. I need to add some trees and stuff around here. Some stuff in the middle will look cool as well. I don't know if I can just reverse the direction this goes. Or maybe if I could just do this and replace it. I'll just replace it like this and then replace it again with this. Okay, that's not gonna work. And then from here, I gotta figure out a good spot to connect this all in at. For this, I think it'd be kind of cool to follow down as well. Actually, no, I want to make them so they have to go through the circle. That'd be kind of cool. So we'll use the circle to our advantage. But to connect this thing, that's where my brain starts running out. Maybe we'll do like a 4-lane perpendicular parking road that will just run parallel to all this stuff. We can conjoin something up there, but that looks actually ridiculous, actually. We'll keep that. I like that. We'll downsize it to a 4-laner. And then I suppose this road can probably just keep going. We'll just plug it in down there, I guess. That's going to give us a nice break from this stuff as well. You can kind of have a little bit of a roundabout way to go there. And then, yeah, I think we'll just try connecting these down like so. So now that that's like that, let me go back through here and replace this section here with that. I have to delete this though. There we go. And that looks kind of cool, right? Or it looks like a shape, which I like to see. So we're gonna select the operating districts. This is a university, so I would say everything could go here, I guess. We're gonna have one of these schools. So there's that. Now I'd like to have some housing up here. Sorry, choked on my spit. Up here as well. And I think let's just try to maybe like follow this road a little bit. We're gonna just go here. We're just gonna do some little sections over here. We do have about 2,000 students already in it, which is kind of cool. But what I'd like to do is take a road and go straight up and down like this, I think, on either side like that, and then just maybe go 104 meters that way and then back down like so. And that's a kind of cool design. I don't necessarily hate this. And over here, I would like to do some kind of cool stuff. Thing is, all the YouTubers I watch who play this game have a bunch of mods downloaded, so they have a bunch of cool buildings, and I don't have those. And I'm not going to for this because I don't want to get in too deep. So maybe we'll just do some like more medium density row housing because it is in demand, so people would use it. But if you do it like a little bit at a time, you can actually make the game work for you, and it'll build all the stuff in the right direction. But this will help us put a little bit of a dent in our housing situation. Now the demand is running out. but that's okay. We do have some demand for offices, so we can maybe put some over here, but I don't think it makes sense. But now we have a nice big area here with some smaller sections there. What I want to do now is go ahead and get some small pedestrian paths. And I'm just going to come up from, let's say here, connect to there, and here, and connect to there. So it's a little bit different from each side. You can see a little bit of a difference, but when you zoom out and you turn off that, okay, it's pretty noticeable, but it's not that bad. What I'll go ahead and do, wait, this is a pedestrian path. Why are people driving on this? Oh, that's a pedestrian street. Whoopsie. Oh, okay, so I think the pathways I've been looking for the whole time were actually in this section, which I don't really know why, but they were. So we'll just connect these pathways in here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use the wide ones. They look a little bit better. And let's see. Can I just add a little bike path on here? I can't really. Okay. Well, in terms of roads, I do want to have bikes pass all around this section here. I think it'd be kind of cool. We'll just do a single bicycle lane for now. And if I can, I guess they can't fit on those roads. Or my game is bugged. Okay, so you can't put them on alleyways. That's fine. We'll just do paths, and they can walk and run over to each other, and it'll be okay. We're just gonna connect this pathway all the way up from the road. Invalid shape, it's straight. There we go. Do that on both sides here and here. And this way, people can actually get back to their houses a little bit easier than having to drive everywhere, because it's not gonna be much parking. There is a lot down here, admittedly, but not a whole ton up there. And we do actually have a traffic jam, which is just ridiculous. Guys, just go in and park. Okay, it looks like it's broken slightly. Let me go ahead and just destroy that road right there. For some reason, it broke. I gotta get this path back down here. It's better. I do want to get a path going just right here next to the road, just to get the people out of the way again. And then we'll do the same thing, kind of tilt it down there. Now let's make this thing look kind of cool. Okay, so I just added some trees and stuff in here. Now, these are baby trees, so they will grow and get taller and fill the space in more and more over time. I didn't realize it until after I placed them all down, and I am not about to go through there and delete them all. Okay, so that's gonna work for now. Now I think I can get a circular park, and I can fit it directly in the middle. Oh, no. Okay, it's kind of small, but I think you guys can see what I'm kind of imagining here. Ooh, I like this one. We're gonna turn off all snapping. We're gonna rotate it to be up and down, and I'm just gonna eyeball this thing. Now, unfortunately, this thing is saying it needs a road connection, although it's connected by a path. This, of course, is always gonna be complaining, so we'll just pop it down. Oh, I guess that's why it needs a road connection. Okay. Don't like that, but I guess it is what it is. Really wanted to use these new paths I just figured out how to use, but I guess it's gonna complain, so let's just use an alley. It's gonna be our smallest option here, and it's an invalid shape. Great. I don't know what shape it wants us to make. I mean, really. Can't seem to place it up there either. Okay. All right, this park's getting deleted. Yep. Instead, I guess we will just use this small plaza. Then we'll just surround it with some bushes and some nice birch trees. And that will work. I think that looks pretty good. I mean, like, it doesn't look bad. I think it looks good. I'm sticking with it. I think it looks good. The nice little university is going to add a nice little spot from the map whenever we zoom out. It looks cool. The circle looks nice. I'm sticking with it. Now, we do have a pretty big demand for office buildings. So I'm going to go ahead. We can go ahead and paint a few in here. I'm not going to put them here because they're going to basically break the whole city. Let's see. I guess, yeah, let's just fill in this middle area here. Wasn't really planning on it, but I mean, I guess... why not, right? So there's a couple buildings in the middle there. They're going to be pretty tall, I believe. Yeah, that's really tall. So it's going to be nice. It's going to give us some more jobs. And this looks great. Now, what to do next? I don't know. We have 70 squares we can unlock. We could do something crazy. But, like, how many is this? This is 49 squares. Wow, that's a lot. I mean, one thing I am definitely thinking about doing is moving our industry up to the very, very, very north here. Because it's just gonna be very helpful for us. It's gonna be extremely beneficial because we can build everything below it, not worry about a thing. We can use our train systems to make it so that it basically doesn't lose any efficiency. So you know what? I guess, yeah, this will have to be our next task. First things first, I'm just gonna finish out this road. This is a busy road. This is a very busy road. However, I'm gonna try to space everything out so that I don't have to worry too much about how big this road is. I'm thinking maybe it's smart to start off with our train system and then work backwards from there. So that's what I'm gonna try to do first. Let's work on that. So look at the trains. It's gonna be a cargo train, so we're gonna need to get a cargo train terminal and a cargo transfer terminal. I would like to put them as near the end of the map as possible just to get them completely out of the way. This is a dead end, so we can just put it there and have no issues whatsoever. And you can actually just connect the two usually. I don't know why it's not letting me do it now. Oh, I think it's hit the road maybe? Okay, well, I'll leave us some space anyways because I'd like to be able to connect these a little bit smoother. Place that there for now. Back here, we'll just do a little guy there, little guy there, little guy there. So this is all gonna work perfectly. This needs to be on its own road section. I'll tell you that right now because this thing is going to be very, very popular, very, very busy. I guess we just do a 4-laner. I don't really necessarily know if I need a 4-lane road, but then I'll just connect these in here twice. So there's a little bit better space broken up there. We're going to go ahead and remove these spawn camping lights here. And yeah, let's remove this as well. So now our trucks can come up here to drop stuff off. Did I place these backwards? Yeah, I need smacked in the face now. All right, that's going to definitely make it a bit of a challenge. So I guess I can do the same thing, but the road will have to be on the far side. So the road will have to cross the railroad, which is fine. So we'll place this there. Pay very close attention to where the road is. Okay, cool. There we go. And I'll pop it so that this is in the middle. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm gonna get this all set up and ready to go. Okay, so just to catch you up, I got the whole system in and plugged in. Also went ahead and built this cool looking bridge. Look at the bridge. Because, you know, everyone needs an extra bridge. And I went ahead and just deleted those train lines. I'm just kind of remaking them now. We had the one from up here to down there. And then I'm just gonna make one from here to here, all the way down to the bottom of the map. Let's just say here, here, and then I like to go back to there. So there's that train line as well that can start to be used. And these bad boys up there will also be used eventually. So now, before I go through and delete all this industry, I want to at least have some, although I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to take my zoning tool, and I'm just going to deselect all this crap. And that's going to upset a few people, a couple thousand. Oh, my job's gone. Yada, yada. But I think this is going to be for the good. Everything through there should no longer be industry. And instead, we're going to make a little spot up here for them. So what I'm thinking about doing is just taking a 4-lane road, crossing it to come up here, and then using our grid tool to make a nice grid like that. There we go. I'm thinking something like this will be perfect. Now, I know it's off-centered, so let me fix that first. But you guys can already see a lot of our imports that are coming in from out of our city are able to come in right here, get delivered, and are good to be taken. So this is really pretty efficient. Now our industry is pretty upset, so let's go ahead and get our industrial zones. And we're just going to select all of that. Those bad boys are going to get built relatively quickly. They're pretty big ones too, so hopefully they're all going to be able to be used quite well. Now this is going to be quite the hike for a lot of people. That's the only downside that I'm seeing. And we're definitely going to need to make another train station to connect to all that, because we had a subway station to the other one and bus stops. So this is going to be quite the drive for a lot of people. So what I need to do while this is building is first things first, get some bus stops. And I want to be able to have a lot of bus stops in here. Also, I guess we could just throw one in for both of these sections. And then I want to have a bus that's going to run through all this industrial crap and then head on back to the city at, let's just say this location. And then back to here. And that's going to give us some public transportation that we're going to desperately need. And then a subway station as well is going to be necessity. It's going to be a necessity. Let's go ahead and get a 2-way subway track. We're going to go to underground 20. Actually, I'm just go ahead and use these ones. We're just going to see what we can conjoin up on this. So looks like it's gonna complain a little bit if we go into the water there. So let's go this way. I can actually just loop around, place it in there so it's at least plugged into something, and that's gonna be able to hook up to that. And then I'm just gonna get a subway line tool, and I'm just gonna say we will go from this station up to here, back to here, and then they can get off here, go to the buses, and go wherever they need to go. But hopefully that's just gonna give them a little bit of transportation. That should be enough to kind of tide them over. I'm gonna actually look at my subway lines. Yeah, the ones with 0 on them are just, I'm gonna just go ahead and delete them. They're not gonna use, so we'll just delete them. There will be tracks there still, but I mean, I don't really care underground. Maybe the homeless can use them. That's a cool spot to live. So this is gonna free up some trains for the rest of our stuff here. And this is our newest one we just created. So we're gonna leave that for a little bit, let those get to work and hope for the best. We should have a nice, there we go, nice large area here. This is gonna be a lot though. Now it's not, I don't think it's just because they're just being built. I think they're gonna be like this every day. So one thing we kind of desperately need to do, first things first, remove these stupid stop signs from in here. And we really are going to need more than one way into this. It's just going to be too much for this one intersection to handle. So I think something like that will help just a little bit more. We just need a little bit more airflow, you know what I mean, to this spot up here. But this is a ton of industry, and whenever we need to expand more, we have all this space to do it. And it's all blown up there, right there in the valley, so it's perfect. A lot of the traffic up here looks like it's going to be utility vans and big old 18-wheelers. So you can see here just how much stuff is already being loaded up and shipped out. There you go. That bad boy is getting on the road again. For these sections through here, I'm going to go ahead and just get a large road in here. Or 4-lane asymmetric would actually, yeah, 5-lane asymmetric would be good. Actually, I mean, forget it, man. Let's just do 6-lane roads. I get that might be overkill, but we need as much space as possible to dump this stuff out at, because you guys can see just how many trucks are up here right now. Now, I think this should settle down a little bit after everything runs for a little while. Everything is getting transferred right now for the first time, so it's quite a lot, but it should work. And also, what we could do is just build another one of these stations. That's what I should do. Let's just do that. I'm going to build this bad boy right in here. Take some double train tracks. We can just attach these like so. And then I'll come in here. Cargo train. We'll just go from you, to you, back up to you, back to there. Cool. So that should hopefully be working a little bit more. Now I don't know why look at the terrain. I mean, I don't understand how this even happens, but it happens. I guess we are building on the bottom of a mountain, so you know what? I think we'll just give it some space. You know what? I'm not even gonna ask. I don't even care how this looks. It'll work. So that's gonna be a nice large train system there. And there we go. They're actually being used quite a lot. This one here is, I think that's our newest one, but we'll give it some time to start working before we go and say anything else about it. But there we go. That's going to work very well. And now we have all this space to kind of work with. This stuff here is still industry. So we probably should move that as well, but I'm not really too concerned about it right now. For the time being, let's go back to the drawing board, residential zones, and we're going to get more low rent housing, and we're going to get it all right here. Now we get a bunch of ground pollution over here, which I don't even, is it possible to get rid of that? I don't know. Don't really know, but we'll get some more low rent housing over there, and just keep on grinding. We're getting super close to 100K, so this is awesome. Bada bing, bada boom, ladies and gentlemen. We're already at 100,000 people up here in the city, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. So we have got some office demand, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on that. We're gonna go ahead and fill in these few spots here, here, and here. And we also have a lot of demand for some more industry, which all this over here has completely cleared out. Nicely done. So I'm gonna come into here, and we're just gonna get this bad lad situated, okay? Hopefully this won't break everything. Looks good to me. We're gonna come into here, paint these all in as industry, and we unlocked a chemical plant. It's cool, I guess. Do I care? Not really, because we are just about done with this playthrough. We could do a couple more things, and then I think for the most part we'll be done. I just left and let my game run for a little while, let all the traffic sort itself out. And I gotta say, the system we have in place does work. It does work quite well, but it just takes some time after you build a bunch of new buildings. So I guess it's just the way the game wants to be run. So I also went ahead and got the buses all situated over here. I got them a little like street they can come down and turn around in, and people can walk down the middle and wait for their buses there, which I think looks pretty cool. So I'm tempted to say, let's go through here. Let's make a little sea harbor city thing. I'm gonna need to give myself quite a lot of space here, but I'm just gonna make kind of a less straight road. I feel like we've been making a lot of straight roads. Maybe I'm tripping, but I wanna make some more curvy roads. One thing I probably should also do is just go ahead and get a medium-sized roundabout in there. Place that bad boy down like so. Then just get some alleys, dart them off, and then get some cul-de-sacs at the end of them. Oh, we got a Metropolis. Nice. Bada bing, bada boom. I think that looks kind of cool. Maybe add some more variation in the roads. Maybe add some shorter ones as well. Something like that I think will work nicely. And in the zones, I want to put some offices in here. The high density offices. We're not going to be able to fit a ton of them because they're just not that popular, but we will get a couple, probably in this section here. Residential zones, I do want to try to get some high density housing, like if this is possible, which I don't believe it is. Oh, it's also not really in demand right now, so maybe that's why. But I would like to get some waterfront housing here. Maybe we'll go to, I don't know, like maybe do 4 there, 4 there. Just go down a little ways like that, then do the same thing on this side a little ways to maybe there. And that's going to be all of our low density housing completely happy. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab some EU stuff as well. There's an EU low density waterfront house, which I think will look cool. We'll just add a couple of these bad boys in here. We're just gonna grab some EU medium density housing as well. Just get that all plugged in. I think that'll eventually look pretty cool. We'll add some taller buildings in there as well. These ones here should be a little bit taller, and that should work for now. Let's go ahead and get some more industry. I guess we still are requesting more industry. Well, we'll take that. Okay, that should be a nice boost to our industry stuff. And there's some more housing. All right, that's a lot of housing there. We got some big towers being built into here. And, oh, the European ones look kind of cool. Okay, I figured out how to add the, I don't want to mispronounce this, but the quays. And that just helps make this look a little bit more, I think, professional or whatever. I'm just gonna keep adding them though to like spots like this. I want these houses to be just kind of boxed in. I'm gonna build a nice little boardwalk down here, and that'll be a nice spot for these people who live up here to come down and enjoy the scenery. I would like to add a bike path on this if possible. Looks like this is going to be very possible. So we're going to put a bike path here. Although this one's backwards, I guess. Okay, now I don't know why they just made this giant moat here. I don't get it, but we're just gonna walk away. Like, why do they do that? I don't get that. Okay, whatever. We'll just leave it how it is. This is a freaking popular spot. Look at the people walking down here. Or they could be parking far away and walking all the way over. But I think they're just trying to come see the spot here. That's a cool little I don't know, scenic spot or something. I don't know what you call it. But let's go ahead and make this look cool. Let's go ahead and use this line tool. There we go. Some nice spruce trees. I'm gonna actually make them a little bit larger. Oh, I think you can highlight them all, then they'll all be different sizes. Ooh, that's cool. Let's see. Do these ones over here? Yeah, these ones definitely grew, so this is gonna work. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you, bus. I got a little nervous that you might just not show up. I don't know why there's so many people there, but maybe it's because all these new houses are over here. I mean, I hope the people aren't walking all the way over there to use that bus. That would be hilarious. I mean, I could run a tram down here, but I don't really care to be honest. I think it's nice the way it is. Not much traffic. Everything's pretty simple. And I'm just gonna go through and fill up all this dead space with trees and bushes and life. 'Cause I think one thing my map is definitely missing is a little bit of life. Everything is very industrial, very roady, very concretey, not very tree-y. And spruce trees are my favorite, so I'm spamming the crap out of them. I think that right there looks a whole lot cooler and a whole lot better than it did before. So everything could probably use that treatment. There we go. That looks so much better. Just adding some trees in there just kind of breaks it up a little bit. Makes it look less robotic, a little bit more realistic. I added some trees around all the outside, and now I'm just gonna add some in all these spaces here. And I'm really curious if I could just like make a little walking path and people will use it. Boom. So we got a nice size park recreational area thing here. I don't know, like, if people will just walk out here. I would, personally. It looks beautiful. A little bit of terrain just poking through the old ground here, but I can't adjust it, so it's decoration. It's a bush. We got some perfect spots throughout this section here. I'm just gonna make into some little parks. I think it's beautiful. We're going to just add a bunch of this stuff over here, and we're gonna call this Canopy Park. A lot of them aren't even on, like, main roads or anything, so they shouldn't slow down the world too much, but we should see people come up and down these roads a little bit more often and just come and explore. It's good for you. So I think this section over here looks awesome now with the trees and the little park. Everything is kind of coming together in a very nice way. Now I have this giant spot here, and that helicopter is the loudest thing I've ever heard. So we got this nice spot here. I'm trying to see if there's anything cool I could just pop in here and let her work, you know? Now there's two different mansions we could do, and maybe we do like a little road up like this, grab a little cul-de-sac, maybe a medium one, and then we just build both these houses off this cul-de-sac. Place one there and one there. Then I tree this up, add some nice stuff around, and see how she looks. So now we got two awesome big old mansions kind of right here in the middle of the city. I do need to remove this. Don't need to have that no more. But this is cool looking. I like the way this looks. Two nice big old mansions that I guess people do live in there, so whatever. It's like they are moving in right now. They're heading in from the city. It'd honestly be awesome if I could get a third looking building. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna turn off snapping, and I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna place this right here, and that's pretty cool. We got three little buildings all a tad bit different, but all very nice. Something I am going to do is I'm going to force people to start crossing in one area. So let's just get rid of the crosswalks here and here. There's a crosswalks here and here, here and here, and here. We'll keep it down there, I guess, and maybe on the other side of this thing. But I don't want people crossing every, like, you know what I mean? There's all these different spots. It's just going to slow down our traffic a lot. But like, look at this. Look at all these crossing spots. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of these. So now if these people want to cross, they can cross there. That'll work. They can cross there. It's next to the park. They do not need to be crossing next to the bridge, and they don't need to be crossing over there. So that's going to help our traffic out a little bit as well. It's also kind of perfect because there's 3 sections, so people can still drive. They can hang out in the middle, trying to get hit by cars. But I'm liking this. I'm liking this little park. People are actually using it. It's a nice little shortcut through the middle here, and I think it works pretty dang good. Now, apparently, like right here. Like, what? Oh, it's backwards. Okay, well, that would have been helpful to know. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we got 3 cool looking houses right here. And right here is another good spot for a park. So I'm just going to grab a little alley, a little cul-de-sac in there. We're just going to do we'll do a small park. And right next to it, we'll do a slightly larger circular park. And that looks really cool. So that's going to add some flavor over here. I'm not gonna add anything there. I just like the forest. I like the way the forests look. And I'm just gonna go back to add some more trees over here. Trees just do such a great job of just changing it up and making it look a little bit more realistic. And also hiding all the ugly stuff that I did. Perfect. One thing I do need to do is get this looking better. I could have done a way better job with this thing. I mean, to be fair, I just had to get it done, but definitely could have done a better job. So I figured out the way to make the stuff look decent is to make the high parts first and then come back and make the lower parts after. And that looks a whole lot better than it did before. Minus the fact that it won't actually work. There we go. The tram should be back on that working perfectly. There we go. And that looks nice, ladies and gentlemen. So I think for the most part, I mean, I could put something in here, but I'm not really in desperate need of anything else. I mean, like I have $94 million, 116,000 residents. I don't really know what else to do. One thing I do not know how to do is to get rid of the ground pollution. You see this right here? Yeah, it's ground pollution. I don't know how to get rid of this. I thought maybe it would just go away with time, but it didn't seem to work. So I got a recycling industrial waste processing site, but that doesn't seem to be working either. So I don't really know how to do it. So this part of the city is kind of cooked, which is unfortunate. Okay, and after the trees are added over here as well, it just looks so much better. What are we doing out here, folks? What the heck? All right, they are recording some episodes of Naked and Afraid out there. Just gonna let them do their thing. That's awesome. So there we go. I like this a lot. All right, I had to add some more cargo storage or train storage over here. We ran out of space for trains, so just gonna add a couple more trains for us to use. As you can see, they're already being sent out, which is nice. So you know what? I think over here in this section, I can fit a college in nicely, and we don't have one yet, as you can see on the left side. So we're gonna just smack that baby down right there, and basically turn back on my snapping here. Just gonna make a little 2-lane road, and then we'll just attach it onto this roundabout and then attach it onto that roundabout, just to give it some nice ample space to go ahead and work. And that looks pretty cool. Now we'll probably need a tram. However, I do already have a tram running right here, and they stop right here, and there's also buses. So what I'll do instead is I'm just going to send them down there. We're just going to get some pathways, maybe an extra large one. We'll just do this, connect it up onto that thing, and then they have a freeway to walk out. They can walk this way as well, I guess, if they like, but there's not really a better way to get there except for through there. So maybe what I'll do, I'll just make this pathway straight up here. And that should work perfectly. And just make it even on that side too, just because we're doing it. And that looks good. I like that. Now, I probably should select all the different spots I want them to be working in, and I'm just gonna select all those, and that'll be good for now. Now, I do have this big space here as well that I could definitely use for something. I'm not really sure what I should use it for, but I guess I could just grid this thing out and we could figure it out. Let me just go, I want to go parallel with that bad boy, so right about there. Yeah, then just pull this sucker down to there, then just continue this idea, maybe there, like that. Now this might be a little bit overkill. And I also don't really want to put the road connections on that road. I want them to be on this road. This road here is not very busy, so it's not going to hurt us crazy amount. Okay, so I got that all filled in. The squares aren't perfect, but that's okay. And now I wish there was more housing I could unlock. I feel like there's not enough housing. Let's just do a bunch of medium density housing. We don't really have a bunch of this stuff. We have a couple. However, that's all we could do until we're out of need for it. So we'll do that square. And we'll do this section over here. People just want low density, so that's what we're going to give them. We're going to put them on all these roads and stuff, but that's going to be it. I'm also just going to put some more parking decks down right in the middle of that, and that should take care of all those people in a very nice way. I'm also just going to come back up to here, the road across here, and we're going to throw some parking in for these guys as well. One of those things should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and redo this little bridge here. Don't like the way it came out, so let me get this going as well. I also went ahead and just named everything correctly, and I'm hoping that'll be just even better. Now what we could do is just do a tram line, but I like the fact that people can walk across this bridge here. So I will think I'll just do this. I'll just do a little, ooh, that looks cool. Now if I can do this, right, then come back into here, take the pedestrian street, replace, man, that gets rid of its thing. Okay, well, I tried to make it cooler, but it does not seem to want to do that. So, pedestrian street it is. So, I'm actually going to curve this a little bit more, because that's not really doing anything anyways. That looks a little bit better. I think that's going to work a little bit better. We do have some bikers that are trying to cross the bridge, and I don't like bikers in the road, personally. I think they're terrible. Terrible for the environment. It's terrible for my morale. All I want to do is hit them. So we're going to give them their own special spot, which is this bad boy right here. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it there for today. City of Moocah has been a wonderful learning experience and a good test for you guys to see if you want to see more videos like this in the future. So, if we can get this video to 5,000 likes, I'll make another video on City Skylines 2. Definitely making a better, more high quality city. But the ball is 100% in your guys' court, so I'll be waiting. Either way, thank you for watching. If you're still watching, go ahead and comment down below. The city of Moocah sucks, but we still love you. That way I know who's real and who's fake. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.